Want to participate in a Don and Mike Show contest? How about this? You or a member of your household can only win once for 60 days. You must comply with any age limitations for each contest. For complete contest rules, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the mighty WJFK, P.O. Box 3649, Washington, D.C. 20007. Thank you, and God bless.
Everybody loves Don and Mike.
Oh. How
We're here.
am I supposed to live without you? Mike, that microphone appears to be busted.
No, I think it's fine.
No, it's not coming up on the console over here. You see where it normally says, What happened? Why don't you grab a microphone that works?
Okay,
What happened? I don't have it. My God!
Oh, hold on.
Fun, Dad.
won't switch.
What's going on here?
It won't switch.
Mike's in good voice
You see,
today.
We're going to have to switch microphones
what
to Mike
happens
O'Mara.
to that is a weekender. You're not supposed to touch that. Can I ask a question? Are you a sad clown?
Johnny Constantino. Well, Mike, we need to get you refigurated on either that one or
You
that
can do
one.
that, or unless you want an engineer to come in and reset the module
You
now.
want me to put the thing into my...
Let's get an engineer to... How long will it take you to do that?
Depends on how fast we can locate Tony.
Well,
I just saw him walk by.
if you don't do it soon, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
This is something that probably should be worked out before a Monday show hits the ground.
Well, I hope he gets it soon, thank
You
God.
have no idea? Thanks, Colette. Bye.
What?
Oop, I burped.
That was our director of first
Too bad we didn't have a mic for that.
What did Colette say?
She answered by saying, I have no idea.
Hey, but what if I run over here?
Well, that's right. Mike, how about you take that one? Number 3's out of commission.
All right, is that number 2?
That is number 4.
Number 4.
Microphone number 4.
Is that the one that says replay?
What are you doing?
Well, what if I put it on my... What if I just put my...
Listen, what you're going to do is ruin what I wanted to be a beautiful tribute here. To the widower, Brannigan. I got them all turned on. You don't have to give me hand signs.
Hello? Hey, he fixed it. See, all I did was I moved one from one to the other.
But, Mike,
Yeah?
what about Laura Brannigan, huh? What a...
Farewell.
Oh, yeah. You're always on the run now.
Gonna miss her. A little scary, that one.
What are you doing, Rob? You're going
Getting ready to fix the board.
You're going underneath the console.
Little scary. That I mean, young woman, 47 years young, died in her sleep, I guess.
Really? She had her whole,
what I hear.
She had her whole past in front of her.
Right. She was getting ready to have another hit, I think.
If it can happen to her, it can happen to us. Any one of us.
Have one-hit record?
Now, I'm worried about the age. I'm just hung up with the age of her.
She had an aneurysm.
Oh,
She did. Yeah, she had a brain aneurysm.
I thought it was starvation.
Now, what are you doing? You just standing there holding screws in your hands?
What we're going to do now is Tony's going to bring us a screwdriver.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Then we'll
Happy Monday, everybody.
just fix it.
You know, it's a good thing. I just want to say it's a good thing this is not happening tomorrow. It's a good thing that this is Monday.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow, right at the beginning of the show, we'll be talking to Jeffrey Katzenberg, which I think is
Oh,
incredible.
my God, a Hollywood powerhouse.
Incredibly
A mogul.
funny.
That's
Yes.
a big deal.
So, hello, Jeff. How are you?
How are you?
How are you?
In media. So, your success with DreamWorks is unprecedented. That's great.
How is Stephen? I understand that we share a common dislike for Michael Eisner.
How about a feature for us? You know, I mean, pluck the unknown DJs from obscurity and put them on the silver screen.
Frankly, I'll tell you what I think it is.
Might be.
Of course, I'm just a doctor. I know nothing about broadcasting. I think it's that he has a show to promote. A new NBC show. And
The Lion movie?
Is that the Lion?
The Lion show.
John Goodman.
And I believe it just shows how totally desperate this man and his company have become that he would agree to appear on a lowbrow, low-rent, have-no-class equipment falling apart like you wouldn't believe radio show like this. I mean,
But would you not agree?
if my outpatient clinic was run like this, I would not be driving the late model German automobile that I am today.
Would it not be a good idea to have our particular ducks in a row for tomorrow's broadcast, though, if we're going to have Mr. Katzenberg on?
This is not going well with Rob appearing to try to
Normally, it's much
fix
easier.
this piece of equipment.
You don't need this. Huge, enormous fingers fumbling miserably over the equipment.
I think the thing is bended.
It looks like the Matrix in there.
Yeah, see?
Well, you bend it like Beckham, Rob.
See, look at that. It looks like that Keanu Reeves movie.
I don't want to talk
Keanu Reeves.
I don't want to talk about litigation, but I would like to alert everyone as to the possibility of electrical shock.
And might I say something?
Yes, please.
What's so wrong with Jews for Jesus?
I don't understand.
It's a big controversy.
It's always a controversy.
Still continuing here in the D.C. area.
People complain. That's what people do.
There's room
for everybody.
Go figure.
I don't understand. Now he's putting the thing back in. Is it?
No, it's not. He's not. It won't go. Just take it out then.
Well, then it won't work.
Just keep it. Keep it as a souvenir. A souvenir from the antiquated WJFK studio.
This is how. Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Donald Goldstein.
And I'm Michael Goodman, attorney at law.
This is what happens on the Don and Mike show. A very low rent, a low paying, a low revenue enhancing, low listen to radio show that is very close to going into, if not moral bankruptcy, total bankruptcy, which is why I've asked my friend, Michael, the attorney, to help me in. Can you see now, this is like if someone comes into my clinic, and my first question, of course, are you covered? And if the answer is no, then I say, well, the next hospital's on the way down, and see you later.
Well, you have every right to, as I've told you, and that's why I give the forms to you. I have them printed out.
But if this was if this radio station, this WJFK, was a patient of mine, I would say, just wheel the patient out back and let the patient die.
This is true. It's a very frustrating thing, and
a slow and hopefully painful death.
A very painful death, just to take it out. Put it in a sack, throw it over the cliff, and have it die.
And then I would call my friend, the attorney, and I would say that there's been some kind of a problem, and we should check into the insurance.
Absolutely, and see what we could get for it. And perhaps, if not building it from the ground up, we could actually... Did Tony just put it in?
It's Tony the engineer. Hi, Tony the engineer.
He's working on it.
Hello. You say... Bacardi Limon on the Don and Mike show. Why, sir?
Because I certainly enjoy it when I get out of this place.
I'll tell you what, I've not had this Bacardi Lemon.
I only enjoy an occasional Brandy Alexander. That's all. It's usually the ice cream drinks. I don't like
sweet wine.
I don't like the. Shut up, Rob.
You like sweet wine?
I enjoy the sweet wine.
Sweet wine.
Oh, wonderful.
Manischewitz wine?
Yes, Manischewitz. There you are. That's where you were headed.
Manischewitz.
Of course, the sweet wines. And now Rob is configured.
Are we all set? Mike, I believe if you replug, you should be able to use now microphone number 3. There you go. I've got all of the microphones turned on now.
Here we are. Oh, listen now. That is my processing.
Fixed. How about that?
That is...
Oop.
What happened?
I turned it off.
Did you do it on purpose?
No, I didn't.
Were you playing with me?
No, I wasn't.
I think you were.
I was not.
You're playful that way.
I was
That's
not.
what you were doing.
Nothing funny about Laura Branigan. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day. Enjoy your day.
Enjoy your Bacardi Lemon.
Go home as soon as you can and pour a Bacardi Limon.
Bacardi Limon.
It's Bacardi Lemon.
Bacardi Lemon.
Say it whatever way.
Limon. Limon.
Limon.
Limon.
Well,
hello, Frenchie.
As long as we're here, how about some groaners, and then we'll start the show.
Are we going to do the groaners like this?
Why not?
Very good.
What feature do most hookers want when buying an off-road vehicle?
I don't know. Tell me.
Four-wheel drive.
Sorry. That wasn't bad.
What popular movie character helps you work out at the gym?
What?
Harry Sparta.
That was not good.
And I've been told lots of Hispanics listen to this show.
Yes.
Let me say to them, hola.
It means hello.
What do you call a Mexican recording artist whose career was over after their first big song? A one-hit wonder.
A one-hit wonder. Hey now?
Hey now.
The Don and Mike Show.
There you go.
You can call Don and Mike anytime from anywhere in America. 877-365-3636. They're ready to believe.
Oh, hi, Julia.
Hello.
know what you're thinking. What a good opening, huh?
True story. He was a neo-Nazi with one true enemy. Himself. A man of faith, a man of hate, and a soul torn apart. Viewer discretion advised.
I got it.
You got what?
Olympic fever. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Jed Brannigan and all the ships at sea. God hates the lazy. Yeah. But God loves Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Yeah. God really hates the lazy. That's a contradiction, because we do believe he loves us.
I think your grandfather did.
And hello there. Hello. Hi. Thank you for listening. Don and Mike Show, new episode on this Monday. 0830-4.
Hi, Don and Mike. Buzz Burbank here.
Yes, howdy, Buzz. Don and Mike Show, new episode on this Monday, August 30th, 2004. Call us from anywhere in America at 877-365-3636 from Mexico North, from Canada, from Toronto. Call 800-636-1067, and Washington, D.C. on WJFK FM. Call 202-432-1067.
May I say right up at the beginning of the show, I am not ready to concede my bet.
No need. You have a 6.5 game lead. We'll see what happens.
You have a 6.5 game lead.
Right. Yeah, I do. Right.
You have a 6.5 game cushion.
Me and the Yankees.
It's so much fun to put pressure on the Yankees. I love it.
See, the thing is,
I don't care if I win.
If I had a real rooting interest, I'd say
this is the joy for me.
It's so much fun to get the idiot Red Sox nation all worked up every year, right to the point where they think that their old dog team is going to do something. Only what they don't know is the dog is going to take a big turd right on them.
But they're not taking the turd now.
No, but they're setting you up for it.
Well, but of course, let them. But let me enjoy.
But why don't you, Red Sox Nation people, why don't you get umbrellas or something so that you're not sprayed later?
Because we've grown accustomed. We've grown accustomed to the feel, the smell, some cases the taste, and we take it. But for now, you enjoy the moment. You know that. Last 10 years, I've enjoyed the moment. I don't enjoy, any great payoff. In fact, I enjoy crushing disappointments every year in one frame or another. And you know what? We're probably, I would say, there's a good chance that we're just 2 nights away from the beginning of crushing disappointment as they play like the best of the best of the best.
So here's the
But
deal.
for now, I like the fact that the Yankees are starting to get... Look, 6.5 games. Now, I'm not talking about our bet. I'm talking about the Red Sox and the Yankees. 6.5 games.
But Mike, talk about our bet.
But let me just say, the joy I'm getting is also the pressure that the Yankees are feeling. In 6.5 games, they were like, oh, no problem. 5.5 games, we're not going to panic yet. 4.5 games, they got to start thinking about it.
You see, listener,
I love it.
Listener friends, we have a bet every year. I don't care about baseball. Mike loves the Red Sox.
I've been attacked by my bet. Somebody said I should have just gone for the division.
So what I do is, every year, whatever, Mike, we make a bet. I just bet against the Red Sox.
Beginning of the season.
And Mike said over the winter.
February.
Said the Red Sox will win the AL East by 2 games. Print it.
We have it on tape.
So we got it. So all year it's gone on. The Yankees have had a huge lead. Now Now the Red Sox are chipping into it, and whatever. You're going to be the one giving Tom Gavin the massage.
Well, I'm not quite as sure about that as I was a couple of weeks ago.
And I'll tell you this.
He's pointing at me.
To let you know something.
He's pointing at me.
To let you know that I do indeed watch the stats.
Yes.
I do look at the standings every day. I don't want to say that the thought has crossed my mind that the Red Sox could do this. Because, again, it's your bet. I like betting against you just to get something going.
I know.
If I was to lose, and maybe you would enjoy this question as well, because I'm sure you're going to lose, but if I was to lose...
It's crossed his mind.
You're at least able to entertain the idea.
How do you feel about CSI gloves? For the one of us that has to massage the naked Tom Gavin.
Done.
Okay, so that would be
Probably
for either for me
Absolutely.
or for you.
And I take this 4.5 game. The fact that you're bringing this up, this is good. This is good. If it gets me the CSI gloves, that's fine.
The good news is with oil, it'll still feel like skin on skin.
That's fine.
And I think with good conscience.
Now we're going to get the people that are going to call and give us a hard time about it.
Well, that's too bad because we can change the rules at any time. But to be honest,
as long as we both agree on the terms, we're fine. Yeah.
To be honest, no matter how great the victory was,
yes,
I would feel awful if Mike got I don't know, like
scabies of the fingers.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if he got like a ringworm or whatever it is,
botulism,
whatever it is that Tom's got all over his body. I would hate to think of Mike having to do that. Now, I agree that there should be the toe massage, the leg massage, the thigh massage.
Well, I'll do it all with all the parts, I'm sure you will too with CSI gloves.
All the parts that we called about. So the CSI gloves, there you go.
Yeah, it's printed.
Okay, get it done. We got a lot of stuff that we have to. We got a lot of Rob Spiewak stuff.
Really?
Talking about at the beginning of this show. Wonderful. He had a weekend, and I would just like to report. I think last Monday I came in, I was just felt like my wife had just sucker punched me.
Yes, I remember.
Things are much better. Yeah, see, time heals all wounds, and then we had a very cool weekend. My wife and I did. We had a very cool weekend. We even, and I hate to do stuff like this because then she thinks I'm capable of it. We socialized with some neighbors.
Oh, wonderful!
With some neighbors that I've only seen but never really gotten to know. They're the crazy Russians. They are Russians.
You have crazy Russian neighbors now?
Well, no, they're not crazy. They've lived there for a long time, and they're Russian. And their names are Yuri and Layla.
Are they like from Russia, like right over from Russia?
From Moscow. I mean,
for the birds, boy.
He lives part-time of the year there, part-time of the year here.
Gee, I guess they had good vodka at their party.
Actually, they did not.
No?
They had, it was just wine, although he did say, as I was leaving, he did say something like, if you stay, we could break out the vodka. And I said, no. Another time.
Yes.
And as we were leaving, I said to Frida, and this is a very high compliment, I said, I believe that they have the possibility of being the next Sarah and Gary.
How exciting is that?
Well, and
that was your other international couple, the British couple.
And you know me, I hate foreigners. I really do.
Right.
But the thing, thanks, Rob.
Yeah, and strangers.
But the thing that I'm finding about both foreigners and some strangers is they are mildly interesting to me.
Sure.
When I'm speaking with them, and this thing my wife and I went to on Saturday, this neighborhood get-together, with no offense to anybody who was there, I'm sure I'm talking about somebody else, I'm sure. But with a lot of you people, out of the 30 people that were there, I'd say 20 of you, I got news for you. It was a brain fart what I was giving you. I was sitting there going, whatever it is, in my mind, I'm thinking, whatever it is, my answer is going to be, banana, meow.
May I mambo dog face to the banana patch?
Yes, I've got my one standard answer.
Sure.
But for every tool like that I had to socialize with, there were one or two people who I actually feel
who got you jacked up.
Who
got the A game. The way it works.
I enjoyed the company. So that was a nice weekend. And the funniest thing of the whole weekend was about my dogs. We got three of them. We got Clink, the big one. We got Max, the little collie, the little terrier, and then we have Rudy, who's even smaller. Max is the middle dog, the terrier. He's not a big dog. My wife takes the dogs for a walk every day. This is, a girl thing.
Yeah,
she and the other girls in the neighborhood, the other housefrows, they all get together. We got the big pack of dogs.
Right.
They go walk in the woods and, talk about how they hate their husbands and let the dogs swim in the Potomac River. Well, as it turns out, the dogs, because they go to a part of the river where it's not very deep.
My God, the dog's growing a third leg.
So what happens is, my big dog, Colonel Clink, is in the water, and Frida is up on a rock where she is saying, come on, Clink, come on, get out of the water, get out of the water. Now, if I hadn't seen what I saw, I would never have believed this. She said that the dog Max, the little dog, tried to push her into the Potomac River, the rushing Potomac River.
It's possible.
I said, I don't believe you. And she said, well, first look at me. I'm soaking wet.
Right.
I said, well, that could have happened anyway. She says,
is this a rapid flowing part of the river?
Yeah. She said, hold on, take a look at my back. Now, on her back, you can see very distinctly two tiny, muddy paw prints
Right.
in the middle of my wife's back.
Where the little dog tried to push her into the river.
So what happens is...
Or successfully pushed her into the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she was able to catch her balance and just got a little wet.
Right.
But what struck me is
The hours of training you've put that dog through.
so funny. The homespun humor of this it's like Family Circus. It's like one of those stupid cartoons. How great is this? My wife goes down by the river for her dog, motivating.
Did she bring
yoga,
the van?
Whatever. Down by the river.
The van down by
But how
the
great
river.
is it? She's down there leaning in, trying to get the big dog.
Enjoying nature.
The little dog comes up, and God forbid, it would have been a totally different show today if I had been coming in and saying, I am sad today to announce that even though my dog pushed my wife into the river and my wife immediately died, I'm here doing the show.
Very, very good. You're a trooper. Divers are still searching.
And the dog. And the thing that's so funny is on this shirt, which was just soaking wet and covered with other mud and stuff, you see very distinctly these two. So we were having a discussion then, sitting down, Frida and I, about these dogs, about what this dog, did the dog consciously know that he was pushing? And now keep in mind, Frida is an attractive woman.
Yeah.
But she's not tiny. She's regular woman size.
Regular size.
This dog is tiny. The dog weighs like 20.
Yeah, I'm wondering how the dog had the weight to.
Here's the thing.
Threw himself with all his weight.
The dog had to. The theory is the dog had to get a running start.
Yeah.
And from the angle where the
knocked your wife off her feet.
where the paw prints are on the back of her shirt.
Right.
If this little dog and my wife was leaning over, you would think that he would get her like around the butt crack.
Right.
It's about 4 inches above the butt crack.
The dog went airborne.
So it's like the dog went boing and tried to push her in.
Here I come to save the day.
Anyway,
Of course, he was just playing.
how great is
Is it a dangerous part of the river?
Rocks and rapids and things.
Yeah, but not really. I mean, yes, because there are rocks and you can slip, but no, it wasn't rushing. The dog, the German Shepherd loves going in the water,
Right.
And we have a hard time getting him out, because he can get in the water, get to a spot where he chills out, and it was like 100 degrees.
Right.
He just doesn't want to come out of the water.
Sure.
So finally, she had to go down by the water. I've been through this drill with her before, where she has to actually pull on his collar to say, "Hey, listen, come on, bud, get out of here." And apparently, while this is going on, the other dog just
Sabotaged her.
just tried to kill her. Tried to kill her.
Did you ever see it coming? Did you think the dog, Max, the little guy, had that in his personality?
Well, Max has issues. Max is the one that
Psychological issues?
Max is the one who has stood in front of his own dish while we are looking at him, and there's food in the dish and water in the dish. Lift up his leg and just take a leak
Into the dish?
right in front of it.
Then I would say he did it on purpose.
Max is also
He's protesting.
He's a troubled dog.
Max also on more than one occasion has just taken a crap right in the middle of a room.
Very, very angry.
And it's
While
only
people are in there?
No, but where we'll find it right away.
Right.
It's not like he goes to that one secret spot. It's like right out in the middle of everywhere. And a lot of times, while doors are open, while screen doors are open, and other dogs are moving in and outside.
This is for you, humans.
There you go.
That's great.
He's fighting back.
My girlfriend bought a dog this weekend, so I'm into I'm in a little puppy dog, a pug, a little all black pug dog, the cutest dog I've ever seen.
Well, excellent.
Named Beluga. A beautiful little dog.
So is that your stepdog?
It's my stepdog.
Your stepdog?
Absolutely my stepdog. I'm a step-parent to the dog. Yeah, it's great. I dig the dog. I actually, it's the whole thing with me. I like the dog for a little while. I hope I continue to have a good relationship with the dog.
If not,
I love dogs. I miss dogs, and I can't. Where I live, I can't have dogs. It's nice to see somebody else's dog.
You can visit the dog.
I can visit the dog.
That's excellent.
Hold on, try Beth Ann McBride, our producer. We in this opening segment Monday. Hey, B.A.
Hey.
This opening segment on Monday, I want to refer back to Friday's opening segment.
Right.
When we detailed Beth Ann's road rage claim against Buzz.
Yes.
We'll rule on that later. However, there was the issue of the guy Jason the Mormon, who came on to you.
Oh, yeah, the health club boy.
In the workout room, and I was curious as to what happened.
He hasn't lifted a weight since.
Oh, he hasn't even been in there?
No.
He hasn't shown?
No, it's at different times. I mean, my own time and different times thinking, oh no, do I have to apologize to him?
We scared him away.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Or did we? Or is this all part of his master plan?
Or is he maybe in your apartment right now, or your home, or wherever you live?
Or are you lying to us right now?
Trunk of your
No,
car.
I'm telling you the truth.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not there. But, I mean, sometimes he was there like every other Friday, but I was always there.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, again, we didn't really get really close until last week.
So maybe this week.
But he's always there on Monday, so the real
test.
not there
So
tonight.
sorry, B.A.
The real test is tonight.
I'm so sorry he's out of your life.
Well, let me just say, Jason, if you're out there, the BA will be waiting for you tonight.
Time to change your schedule, Buster Brown, and see our own B.A.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Take her on a life cycle ride. She'll never forget.
Right.
Baby.
Yeah.
And remember, you can't spell Bowflex without B.A. Well, all right, you can, but never mind.
Sure, a nice sweaty workout. What is sexier than a nice sweaty workout?
Nothing.
So what time tonight, B.A.?
8 o'clock.
What time is the date?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
You've opened the door, and all he has to do is walk through it.
I got a feeling I'll never see him again.
I got a feeling he'll be there tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You're a Mormon man.
What the hell
What was that?
I don't know. Who was that? Oh, was that you, Joe?
What was that?
Was that you, Joe?
What's going on back there?
It was Joe.
Was Joe starved for a little attention?
What's he doing?
It's Monday.
He's woohooing.
What's he woohooing about?
Woohooing about Joe.
You look for Dynamite Show.
What?
The callers are excited.
Is Joe attacking the callers already?
I think he's attacking me. Wait,
No, he's not retarded.
Here he is.
Hold on.
Hello?
Hey, Joe.
Good Monday to you.
What are you yelling about?
I was just thinking about a conversation Beth Ann and I had Friday when we were running the Westwood Hour.
Yeah?
And it was about when you meet people in public that learn that you're with the show.
Yes.
And then it's so predictable because, like, one of the first questions they'll ask is, like, what are they really like?
What are they really like?
Joe. Hey, don't you listeners like it when Joe talks down to you? Isn't it great?
I'm not talking down to you.
No. Well, that not to me. To them, you are.
The first question I always get is, what's Joe like?
Right. Well, I think anybody that's just heard this episode of the Prairie Home Companion probably knows that.
Well, I am a mystery.
You are, and I'll tell you.
You are the storyteller.
I'll tell you why you're a mystery. Robbie, you got that?
Yeah, you want me to bring it up?
Yeah. Before we bye, Joe.
Bye.
Before we get into Rob's weekend, which, trust me, was a lot more exciting than anything anybody else did.
Really?
It does start, and I've not heard this, with a message that Rob left on his, Joe left on Rob's cell. What time was this?
It was like dinner time on Saturday.
Dinner time on Saturday.
Has to do with you, Mike.
Okay. All right.
And I have questions. I'd like your interpretation of it.
Okay, very good.
So let's start Rob's weekend review with this message from Joe. Sorry, and incidentally, Joe, sorry that's such a hassle for you, that when you go out and somebody finds out you're associated with the show. I'm sorry about that.
You have reached the Sprint voice mailbox of...
Roz Bewak.
That's good.
Roz Bewak.
Sorry about that, Lenny DiCaprio. I'm sorry that whenever you go out, you get mobbed when people find out you work with the show.
Saved message.
Here we go.
First saved message from...
Joe.
Received August 28th at 5:06 p.m.
Bewak. Hardinger. I need a number from Amara. You have Amara's number? I want to call him. Can you help me with that? I want to call him. Anyway, it's Hardinger. Call me back. See ya.
You obviously didn't.
To send a reply message, press 2.
Okay, now let's...
I was out of town, and Rome charges would apply. So I received it on Sunday.
Oh, man.
Oh, let's call it J.A.
Thirsty to you?
No, he sounded quenched.
Hello?
That's what I meant.
Right, he sounded
hear
quenched. He sounded quenched.
So what was up with that? What was up with that phone call?
Oh, I was all excited. I had gotten something from Mike, and it really turned out great. So I wanted to call him.
Yeah, he gave it to me today.
How was it?
Yeah. He made an ashtray for me. No. It's a picture he had done of me and Arlie Ermy.
Oh, the guy from Full Metal Jacket when he was in here.
A picture for the restaurant, and he did a great.
Look around, Cafe.
Did a very, very nice job, Joe. And I would have loved to talk to you in that condition.
Sure.
Can I ask you a question, Joe?
Sure.
Had you been in the backyard?
Oh, yeah.
Drinking?
No, Rob, just sniffing the roses.
Yeah, okay.
Joe, don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed, Joe. You know, one of the things I discussed with the crazy Russian, this guy who...
Politics?
Been my neighbor. No, drinking.
Oh, okay.
Crazy Ivan?
Yeah.
Terrible?
That might as well be his name from now on, Crazy Ivan.
Yeah, nickname him after a submarine move.
Anyway, he was mentioning to me, I guess Frida brought up something. She said, tell me something, Yuri, that's this guy's name. Tell me something, Crazy Ivan. You know, how much vodka do you drink? And he said something like, 100 milliliter. How much do you pour into the? He said, 5 to 6 shots a day.
Really?
Yeah. You know, and I said, see, Frida,
that's a significant amount.
See, like, I'm not that bad.
Just 3 doubles.
I'm not that. That's right.
That's all it is. 3 doubles. It's 3 good healthy drinks a day.
3 good healthy drinks.
Keep them healthy.
So, Joe, having said that, I'm certainly no stranger to being, blotto at 5 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon.
Right.
So, how blotto were you?
Oh, I was just kind of ramping up on maybe 4 or 5.
There you go.
Just ramping up.
Yeah, nothing.
Just doing some weekend ramping.
Why not? It's hot. It's outside. It's a beautiful weekend.
There you go.
Why not?
All right, Joe.
Okie dokie.
Okay. And listen, I'm really sorry that you're hassled when you go out a lot.
That's not true.
Maybe you should
You're blowing it out of proportion and you know it.
Maybe you should wear disguises or something when you go out.
Yeah, I know, because I'm scary famous.
Joe goes out with a veil.
Joe, when is the last time?
I wear a burqa. I actually dress as an Al-Qaeda.
Joe. Joe, when's the last time you got recognized for being on the show?
About a month ago.
About a month ago?
Yeah.
Joe just pulled a great elementary school arguing technique that I'd like to spotlight.
Okay.
You're blowing it out of proportion, and you know it.
That was pretty effective.
I learned it from Bill O'Reilly.
That's funny.
I like that, Joe.
All right, Joe. All right.
When did you out?
All right, good luck this week. Bye-bye. Here he is, the world's oldest phone screener.
Yeah. And, Rob, you have identified the Bill O'Reilly method of arguing.
Yeah. That dude
You're wrong, and you know it.
That dude is 40 years old, and he is answering our telephones.
Amen.
When we come back, let me just say Rob had a hell of a weekend.
Really?
A hell of a weekend. A hell of an American Idol weekend.
Aha!
It's dreamy. We will be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
When the tumor was dissected into tiny pieces and analyzed, pathologists found it to contain some very bizarre things.
A dermoid is an unusual type of tumor. It can contain any type of human tissue. And in fact, this patient had both hair and teeth in portions of this massive tumor.
Seacrest, out! Seacrest! Out! Seacrest, out! Seacrest, out! See you guys, Seacrest, out! Seacrest, out! Seacrest, out! Seacrest, out! Seacrest, out! Seacrest, out! Out! Shut up!
The Don and Mike Show.
Syphilicious. The Don and Mike Show.
I'm Rick James, bitch! Yeah! I'm Rick James, bitch! You seen that, Chappelle?
No, I have not. His bit.
That's his whole bit. And now, I bet now that Rick James is dead, the bit will still live on.
I think so.
I'm dead, Rick James, bitch! You know what even is funny that Dave Chappelle does is that Pepsi commercial. Have you seen the one where he goes to the girl's apartment and there's like a motorized vacuum cleaner, one of those little
robotic
that comes around, and he drops a potato chip on the floor and says, "Oh, you like that, didn't you?" And he goes, "You want some of this Pepsi? You want some?" And anyway, the thing ends up sucking his pants off.
Chappelle was on the Video Awards last night.
He was. Oh, and so were the The Bush Girls, the girls that we'll be seeing in 2 weeks.
Very exciting.
Whenever it is.
At the wedding.
You know, now that we've changed our vacation schedule, incidentally, all with you, the consumer, in mind.
Guys.
You see, in previous years, we would have been gone, a week and a half ago.
I was going to do my impression of the Video Music Awards last night. Here it is.
Okay.
The whole thing.
Okay.
Miami! Miami!
And that's wrong because...
That was it. That's all
Great
it was.
TV.
That's all it was.
They suck. They suck.
But in some cases, it was more like this. Miami! Miami!
I did like seeing Bruce Willis jam with Sean Combs.
I didn't get that far into it.
When I flipped by, it was just someone was singing, and
I always watch the beginning of those award shows. Maybe I should be like you and come in at a later time.
Yeah.
Because the first part of it was like, Miami!
You would still be dissatisfied.
I was.
And the only bit of controversy I believe that they got was the fact that at one point, Mark Anthony was introducing someone while Puff Daddy was sitting directly behind him, looking right at his butt. Like, ooh, what must he have been thinking?
Yeah.
Right.
Controversy.
Our fantasy draft is Wednesday.
Wednesday.
We will have the order show tomorrow to decide who picks first in our NFL fantasy draft, which will be live on the show on Wednesday. So everybody, get your books and get your magazines. Let's see. We will, your magazines. Today on the show, I got to read this plug. Today we're giving away 2 VIP tickets to the Chevy Rock and Roll 400 in Richmond on September 11th.
Wow.
These, this package includes these things. VIP seating, a full garage tour, and more courtesy of AOL for Broadband. Get special access to NASCAR when you add AOL for Broadband to your basic high-speed connection.
That's going to be a big race. It's going to be a good race. They're going to have a lot of car and stuff.
Click, click, click. They are, and today, because we know that you love NASCAR, we've done what my wife doesn't know, what my mother doesn't know, what my husband doesn't know.
But now it's very exciting because we're going to do what Granny doesn't know.
That's right. Today, stand by, white trash.
I said Granny.
Granny. Something your grandmother doesn't know that
that'll
you
be
do.
fun.
That's later in today's show. And before we get to Rob's thing, 2 things about Car Wash. First, I'd like to know, and no reason to answer this now. Wait for a phone scan.
Great movie.
Does that Mr. Clean spray car wash
stuff that's supposed not to have any spots?
Right. Does that really work? I almost bought it over the weekend.
Because you don't get your car cleaned enough.
My car. Hold on. I do have and I'm going somewhere with
your car. I checked it again today. Came in today. Was again.
Of course, it's beautiful,
sparkling on a day where we're going to get rain. A day where I think I'm like a lot of people. I was thinking about getting my car washed.
Maybe you believe it's going to rain.
See, I was thinking about getting my car washed, but I bagged it because of the forecast.
See, here's the thing. I got it washed yesterday, and I know that they keep saying that the hurricane or the tropical storm, whatever it is,
rain coming.
Yeah, I think I'll be able to make it home tonight before the end of the show, and that the rain will blow out. But by the time I leave tomorrow, either way, here's first question. I don't mind washing my own car. I find it hard to believe this technology, this Mr. Clean thing that you just spray it on and there's no spots, not on the windows or anything.
Well, it's a chemical thing.
I bet it works.
I saw it in the grocery store. It's like $21. I almost bought it. But tell me this: is this bad car wash etiquette? What, Robbie?
I was going to say, I found that Mr. Clean stuff, what it does is it just dissolves the outer layer of your automobile. So if you use it too much, the car will disappear.
Hey, man, my car looks like a DeLorean.
It's gone!
Now, on the other hand, on a day like yesterday, I took my car to the expensive car wash.
The good one, yeah.
The good one, okay? It's $35 for an SUV.
Really?
Now this is where they do the cleaning of the inside. They do
what's it, like a quick detailing or what?
The armor all, yeah, and it comes out really, really great. Here's my question, and I did this yesterday and felt like a jerk because you're surrounded by, listen, let me just say this: no matter what car wash you go to,
right?
The majority of the people working there just rolled in off the last tomato truck.
I think that might be true.
So who am I to criticize? And I always try to do that move if I go to a car wash like that, to make sure that they see me putting a couple of bucks in that, in that tip jar.
I tip all the time, but when I do it, I want to get acknowledgement. I want them to see that I'm putting it in the community. And I hate the community tip. I think you got to tip the people that are doing your
I do the thing like, okay, you see this? So here's my question. You go to this thing, you pay $35. I know it's ridiculous.
The golden boy.
I wish, but it's a vice. I like keeping my car clean. I paid the $35. I'm getting in my car, and I notice, speaking of the Mr. Clean thing that leaves no spots, there are, and I know this is a small thing, but there are water spots all over the windows. All over all the windows.
Well, that's not good for $35.
So,
no, $35, they're supposed to wipe it down.
What I did was, as the guy was giving me the receipt, and I got in the car, I became one of those guys that I hate, because it was super crowded. There was like 50 cars behind me. But I said, excuse me, there's spots on the window.
Maitre d'.
And
Maitre d'?
The guy gave me the whole car clean. Car clean. I said, it's beautiful, but the windows.
There are just a few spots.
The windows, yeah. And
could you and your hombres please come over here and tackle my windshield?
You are reading my mind. Anyway, I got some dirty looks from people that were behind me, and
Did you get rid of the water spots?
I said bag it. I went home and did it myself. But here's the thing: if you're going somewhere and it's $35 for a freaking car,
$35, you ought to really be able to have a showroom finish. You should. It's true.
And I'm stupid for paying $35 to have my car washed, especially when it's going to rain. But I paid for that so that stuff like
So were you able to successfully communicate? Did you say agua spots?
Maybe that's what I need is the translation dictionary.
Right.
When I go there.
Don't do much better.
Anyway, ridiculous, and I didn't want to make a big deal about it. I just whatever. Okay, it's great. It's great. And I got home, and my wife said, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I'm going to go wash the car." She said, "I thought you just went to that outrageously expensive place." I said, "Yeah, but they didn't do the windows." And she's like, "Oh, you paid $35?" And they were like, I said, "It's not they didn't do the windows. There were spots on the windows, and it's probably going to rain anyway. But I paid $35."
Well, I'm a big believer in everything's going to go full circle. What goes around comes around, and the way population centers are changing and demographics are changing in this country. I think it's someday that we will be in the car washes, and people from Mexico, Central America, South America will be.
Okay, Planet of the Apes, not in my lifetime.
We'll actually be doing that. I think that's someday, and it'll be like they'll be going water spots. Please.
Right. What episode of the Twilight Zone
long
are
after
you watching?
No, I mean long after we're gone, I think so, yeah.
Never happened, Mike. Never happened.
Not when you're alive.
No, I'm talking about generations beyond.
Oh, yes.
Oh, what do you say?
You mark my words.
It's a big turnaround?
Well, eventually that we will be the minority population. That's what's going to happen here.
That's when we build the wall.
No, it's just the way it's going to happen.
I know it.
They walk among us, though.
Listen, we got in a lot of trouble one time for a segment along these lines.
Right.
I feel very strongly.
I understand you do.
Don't you see what Mike is saying? He's saying to all of us, have more children. Preserve the majority.
Oh, my God.
That's what I got out of it.
I'm not. Don't say what I'm saying, flathead. All right. There we are.
I urge you not to use a condom this week if you're an American citizen. And let me define American citizen.
Don't need, please. My God.
Let me give you a better definition of that.
No need.
For goodness sakes. That'd be funny, though. I was like, what's that movie John Travolta did? It's a movie that nobody saw, but it's with Harry Belafonte. It's a fantastic movie. It's White Man's Burden. Yeah. You ever get a chance, check this movie. I'm gay for John Travolta anyway, but it's really good because it was right after Pulp Fiction when he was doing stuff and really acting. And the premise of the movie is just what you're saying, Mike. It's a backwards world where African Americans, blacks, coloreds, they run everything. They are the ones with the money and the power, and it's the white people who are fighting with each other in less than savory areas.
And as I always say, can't we all just get along?
And anyway, it's
that's irony.
That's right, Buzz. Thank you. That's
was that the science fiction movie you were talking about?
No.
What was the one that John Travolta was in that was...
that's awful. That's Battlefield Earth.
Oh, my
God.
God.
That one's awful. That one's awful.
That was his worst movie ever. Where he plays a villain, he's the evil emperor or something like that.
And his career essentially is over. He was the bad guy in the Punisher movie, which tanked. And I saw an ad over the weekend for a movie that he's going to be in a firefighter movie. And he doesn't even get acknowledgement in the trailer that starring John Travolta.
Has his stock fallen that far? Wow.
I guess so, because he's flying dopey airplanes to Australia.
Well, remember, I mean,
he's a real pilot now.
John Travolta is a survivor, and I think that John Travolta's stock was at an all-time low right before Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
And then he
came back.
and then he had a resurgence after Pulp Fiction.
And see, what he did was, in my analysis of his career, he did what Gene Hackman and a lot of these guys do.
Right.
John Travolta hadn't gotten a job for so long. Once he was back...
But please don't mention John Travolta and Gene Hackman in the same sentence.
No, and Mike, hold on, here's why.
Because, I mean, really, you're talking
Hold on, but John Travolta learned the same lesson.
Right.
There's never a movie that you turn down.
That's true.
Gene Hackman...
He's done a few stinkers.
Oh, more than a few. I mean, he's done... Great one. I'll tell you a great one I watched over the weekend with him and Denzel. Crimson Tide.
Oh, that's a phenomenal movie.
I can watch that 1 million times.
And did that movie do great box office?
It was $100 million.
Great movie. One of my favorite movies.
But Gene Hackman pales next to Michael Caine.
Michael Caine does
did Jaws
anything.
4.
Yeah. Did Michael Caine do Jaws 4?
Yeah, but the thing is, Gene Hackman is such a name. He really does do any movie. Reference, I don't know the name of it, but it's a buddy movie with Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah. Oh, and he just did Welcome to Mooseport.
With Ray Romano.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So he's bad, but he's a decent actor. He's a great actor. And not that John Travolta's not, but I get the feeling... Once he had some success, he just said, okay, I'm going to do as much as I can with as much money.
Yeah.
You got a movie that's got a talking baby? Okay.
I'm in it.
Bring it on. You got a movie where I'm going to be playing some guy with an angel guy with wings coming out of my back?
Michael.
Bring it on.
Aren't there certain actors that do that, and I think they do it as a strategy, as a technique? If you're one of these actors that works once every 2 years, that waits a long, long time, a la Tom Cruise, you wait for a long time, you got to make sure your movies are at a certain level. But I think if you're Gene Hackman, you could just do all these movies, and, you siphon out the bad ones and remember the good ones.
Well, he doesn't
remember the replacements.
Yeah, he's had a lot of bad ones. I mean, he's had equally good, and
he'll do anything. Yeah.
Gene Hackman is...
Look at the Birdcage.
Gene Hackman is also... And he was great in that.
Phenomenal in the Birdcage.
I thought he was good in Runaway Jury. Now, I'm a sucker for John Grisham books, and it was a movie that I thought was produced the way the book read, and he was good in that. And I watched it with my wife, as a matter of fact. So what'd you think of that? She goes, that's another one of those things where Gene Hackman just shows up. Well, I thought he was good in that.
Yeah.
I like Gene Hackman.
I do love Gene Hackman.
I like John Travolta, too, though.
Who do you like better?
Oh, John Travolta.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I even know Gene Hackman trivia. I think I know his first movie.
Oh, was it?
Bonnie and Clyde.
I believe you're right. And that's also Gene Wilder's first movie.
Wasn't his first movie really that thing with Orville and Wilbur? Orville and Wilbur.
You mean Kitty Hawk?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe that was it. He has been at it a long time. But he's been bald and an old guy for a long time, and you can last in Hollywood for a long time.
And of course, I'm kidding about that. But Buzz, what was it like on that day?
Oh, it was great. Not as good as my first movie, Birth of a Nation.
Oh, God.
Oh, and you know what Hackman was great at? Was Lex Luthor in Superman.
Yes.
He was a great Lex Luthor.
I disagree. He sucked.
You didn't like him as the villain? Oh, my God, he was great in that movie.
I did not like him.
Big role.
No, did not like him.
When he pulled off the wig.
Didn't like Ned Beatty in Superman either.
When Ned Beatty was like, which way did he go?
He was Otis.
Of course, Ned Beatty, after Deliverance, took every role that he could get.
Yeah, had to.
I was doing some flipping last night. I stopped upon, perhaps... the first movie ever. Ned Beatty was in it in a scene I was watching. Movie Stroker Ace.
Oh, my God.
Burt Reynolds?
Yeah.
What's her name? The marionette lady. The one who looks like a big
Lonnie Anderson?
Lonnie Anderson.
Lonnie Anderson, right.
Jim Neighbors in that?
Jim Neighbors.
Hello.
Now, you want to talk about a piece of crap.
But Burt Reynolds, all those kind of movies that Burt Reynolds gave us, they were garbage, but you can't stop watching them because they had star power.
Right. True.
They had so many of these, like, B-level, C-level, and some A-level celebrities.
It's not the Cannonball Run, though.
It is not Cannonball Run.
No, hold on, fellas. Hal, Don and Mike show. Hello, Hal.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's great, my friend.
I used to have a friend who was a movie reviewer, and he told me a little-known fact about Gene Hackman. He has been in more movies than any American.
Really?
And
wouldn't be surprised.
You would expect somebody who's been in, you would expect the laws of
averages
to tell you that he's going to be in a lot of crap.
All right, well, if he's been in more movies than anybody, then we give him a free pass.
I think so, and that was my only point. I think that John Travolta's on the same path.
Right.
And also, I was going to mention this also. It just struck me over the weekend. Maybe when I was reading something about Dave Chappelle.
That's your new favorite show, right?
Yeah, and I've liked it for a while, but now everybody loves Dave Chappelle. Sadly, he's now replaced Chris Rock. And I feel bad because I like Chris Rock, and I'm a Chris Rock fan.
I think Chris Rock is a phenomenal comedian. I think he's probably the best comedian of his generation. But I don't think Chris Rock has made the best choices as far as movies are concerned.
Boy, you did look at a state.
Oh, my God. He just doesn't seem to pick the movies that are suited for him.
I'll also say to any Chappelle fan out there, and I love saying this to my kid because he loves Chappelle. All his friends watch that show. He turned me on to it 2 years ago. I said, you want to see your hero, Dave Chappelle? You really want to see him doing something awful? Here's the movie you rent. You've Got Mail.
Really?
Tom Hanks.
He's in
Meg Ryan.
The original?
Not the original. Well, what do you mean the original?
Well, I mean, there was the sequel to it, right?
Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan. No, there was not. There was only one You've Got Mail.
Really?
They did Sleepless in Seattle.
Oh, that's right. Seemed like a sequel.
Well, I'm going to sound like super fag now because I know this.
So wasn't You Got Mail a sequel to Sleepless in Seattle?
No, totally different, but done by the same crazy lady.
Practically the same movie.
And both based on old movies.
Right, but anyway, check it out, dudes. Check it out. There's a particularly awful scene where Tom Hanks is walking past a restaurant and sees it's Meg Ryan. He finally figures out that this is the chick he's been talking to on the computer.
Right.
And Tom Hanks is doing his shit like, this cannot be happening. Really bad, over the top. And Dave Chappelle is equally bad in this movie. So if you like Dave Chappelle, and I'm sure he's done lots of bad stuff.
He was the stand-up comic in The Nutty Professor, right?
Was that Chappelle?
I think he did. Yeah. He made fun of Sherman Coffman.
A young Chappelle.
Yes.
Hold on. Here's Greg in Buffalo. Greg, Don and Mike show.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
I just want to warn you, my girlfriend's mom got that same thing.
Hold on, dude, you can't say Armorall and S-word.
Sorry.
Oh, disqualification.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Come on, listen, we're living in a new age now. We are. You can't just drop the S-bomb, Jack.
He would make a good paid spokesman, though. I tell you what, I certainly would.
Hello, Don and Mike show. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Don and Mike.
Hey.
Hey, that Mr. Clean unit.
Yes.
If you do your car in the shade and you have not really hard water, it works awesome.
See, all right, you lost me already. Let's wait on this for the phone scan. Thank you, though.
That Mr. Clean.
The Mr. Clean unit.
It's the clean machine.
I would like one of those Mr. Clean units.
Can you give me a car cleaning machine, please?
So we got in the next break here.
Excellent.
About your fabulous Ryan Seacrest weekend.
Wow.
And the Hillbilly.
Wow. And the Hillbilly.
And the Afflicted.
And the Afflicted. All of this in the very rare Rob Spiewak weekend report. And Rob,
yes.
I know you didn't want to discuss this on the air, but I want to know.
Yes.
Approximately how many words has your wife spoken to you today?
Today only?
Now, really, give me what you think is a real number of words.
26.
Good morning. How are you? Boy, that's not a lot of words.
No, it's not.
A bit of a drop-off.
Yeah. We'll work on it.
And she normally chats quite a bit.
Oh, she can talk. My wife, Carrie.
We'll be right back. Oh, no, we're not doing that next.
No.
Do the other thing.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Hello, you're in the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi. Did any of you guys see that the Quentin Tarantino film yet?
Yes, I did.
The Kill Bill?
Yes, I did.
Kill Bill?
Kill Bill.
Kill Bill. I thought that movie stunk, and I just wish Quentin Tarantino would just take his 16 minutes of fame and just go away. Just go away, Quentin Tarantino. Go away.
Calm yourself, sir.
Yes.
So what do you think of the movie?
I love Uma Thurman. No matter what she does, she's always good. But, I mean, as far as seeing Kill Bill is concerned, I'd rather watch Don Geronimo piss on a radiator and watch the
Stop
steam.
now. Stop. You can't say
But can I say
No, you can't say that either. What's wrong with you?
The Don and Mike Show.
Hello. You can call Don and Mike anytime from anywhere in America. 877-365-3636. They're ready to believe you.
Right. Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
It's the sacred time. The time for Don and Mike.
Here goes station break. How about Salt Lake City, KALL? Buffalo, New York, 92.9, WBUF. And, it's a short version. Ocean City, Maryland, 95.9, 96 Rock. Tampa Bay, 1010. The Buzz, WBZZ. Okay, ready for an NFL minute?
Yes. Sure.
I've asked Beth Ann to call the NFL teams.
All right.
To give us a guy every day for 1 minute.
All right.
Today, from your Philadelphia Eagles, John Runyon.
Hey, John, how you doing?
Good. How you guys doing?
Hey, dude, we will only keep you for 60 seconds. I'm not kidding.
Okay, I got to get a shower anyway. I'm killing myself.
Are you a little gamey, John?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Watch the game against the Steelers. Here's the question everyone wants to know about the Eagles. Should we take Terrell Owens as a top 10 fantasy pick this year?
I would. I mean, the past goes to show that we're going to put the ball in the air, and the more you put it in the air, the better chance he has of catching it. So that would be a pretty good pick in my book.
That'd be a good pick in your book. You like Philadelphia? Be honest.
I mean,
be honest.
I do. I mean, it took a little while when I first get here, but I don't think there's many other places in the country where there's more passionate sports fans than there are here.
And that goes both ways in Philadelphia. Have you gotten the good?
Well, since I've been here, the going's been pretty good, so I haven't seen the downside of it yet.
Okay, all right. They can be passionate both ways.
They can. And finally, how do you get along with Coach Andy Reid? We are fascinated by the coach of the Eagles.
Why are you fascinated?
Well, because we're big guys.
Very few words.
We're big guys, and we like big guys, and I like big, fat NFL coaches.
Have you noticed that, John? Do you ever play like Madden?
No, I don't, but I have seen it occasionally.
Okay. In the new Madden, when you play with the Eagles, which has T.O. on your team, and you guys look great. You got like a power rating of 93. I know that means nothing to you, but that's very good. At a shot at the end of the game, whether it's win or lose, the coaches always shake hands, and they have shots on the sidelines of Andy Reid.
Right.
And I said the same thing about Dennis Green when I was playing with the Arizona Cardinals team. These are not the coaches that I've seen on TV and seen when I go to the stadium.
They're a little more svelte?
Well, it's like these guys have had the Al Roker surgery.
That takes an extra 40 hours of computer programming. You can't really boost it up that much.
Take the weight off them. That's great.
Dude, listen, do you know, and I'll let you go, do you know how many guys there are like me, how many schmucks like me that watch every preseason game and think about the fact that in less than 2 weeks, my national nightmare will be over, and I'll have my... Do you know how much football means to guys?
I mean, it's understandable. I mean, there's this is a huge sport driven by the fans really, and giving them a little preseason, giving them a little taste, and just letting them see the possibilities, getting everybody excited, just makes the 17 weeks of the season that much more exciting to everybody because now you really tune it up and you get your starters out there for the whole 4 quarters.
But I wonder about preseason football, and it seems to be a greater emphasis on preseason football every year. Do you think because all these teams, what you hear is the greatest fear in any preseason game is leaving the game with losing one of their key players, losing one of their starters. Do you think when that is the attitude going in that there can maybe even be a greater chance of injury in a preseason game?
What happened to you guys already?
Well, there are certain injuries that you can't, you're not going to avoid. I mean, I think the thing is if you're going out and you're playing the way you're supposed to play, you're not going to get hurt. It's when you're going out there and half doing it and standing around piles and that's when you get hurt. I mean, there are injuries that no matter what you do playing football, they're going to happen, and there's nothing you can really do about it.
And last thing I want to ask you: do you think you guys are going to be wearing the all green uniforms again this year?
I don't know. That's one of them.
I want to tell you, I'm a fan of the green pants with the green shirts.
Is that a disturbing?
Yeah, well, the problem is when you start cutting up, when you cut up the white shirt with the green pants kind of makes you a little more beefier, so you're trying to stay away from that. And some guys don't like the white on white either.
There's nothing like an NFL. There's nothing like an NFL lineman that has a sense of color. I think that's it.
John, thanks, dude. We won't keep you very long. Good luck this year.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
John Runyon, ladies and gentlemen, of your Philadelphia Eagles. And I think every NFL player we have, we should ask him about the color schemes for the various uniforms. Exactly. And there's the Eagles fight song.
If we were still on WYSP, that drunk Eagles fan would be loving that moment,
right?
Wouldn't he? And I watched all the teams for all the markets that we cover.
Sure.
I could bore you with my synopsis of how each of your individual teams did this weekend.
Yeah, but it's preseason.
But still,
who cares?
You can figure out a lot of junk. They kept the guys going into the third and fourth quarter.
You're ramped up for this fantasy draft.
Oh, you bet I am.
You're ready to go.
Super. That's right.
I haven't even looked at a magazine.
I'm ready.
Rob, have you looked at a magazine yet?
Have you gone to the website yet? Like to get your logo and your team and put a picture up or anything?
Nah.
No?
No, I will.
I spent about 40 minutes yesterday
I'll do it Wednesday morning.
Trying to find the right JPG picture of Lombardi. Because I couldn't. Because that's
what is your team name going to be this year?
67 Packers.
67 Packers.
67 Packers.
That's going to be your fantasy team name?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm not
very serious.
Buzz, are you going to change your name this year?
I thought it would keep it, but now I'm wondering.
What was your name last?
The Anchors.
The Anchors. Rob?
I weighed down the lead.
My team was called Jolson.
Hold on. Who's on the hotline? Hello?
Hello?
Hotline.
Yes, this is the hotline. How can we help you?
Hey, hello?
Hey, hello? Is this a child?
Phone is not a toy.
It was John Runyon calling back.
Hey, Moms. It's almost back to school time, and in many cities across the country, the kids are already back at school.
See, and the thing is, I don't even remember what the name of my team. Last year I was the Dumbasses.
Wasn't I the Sea Dogs?
Yeah, yes. And then I got mad because of a dispute with the former crooked commissioner, and ended up just putting a skull and crossbones over that logo.
Yeah. Yes, your team slept.
So I'm going back.
Your team slept for the majority of the season.
67 Packers.
I'm going to have to come up with some unique name.
Oh, and I was talking to my kid who's going to be in the league again this year, and I think his team is called
the Washington Ballet.
I think his team is called the Fighting Drunks, and he has a great, I don't know if it's GIF or GIF or whatever it is, with the photo thing. When
he had Sam Huff last year, and it was Meat or Meathead, wasn't he?
The Meatheads.
Right.
Now he's got the Fighting Drunks, and it's a great picture of Otis from Andy of Mayberry.
Oh, great.
Really good
That's
one.
good.
So go to the website and get your logos ready, guys.
Okay.
Can we get in and all that? Is it all ready to go?
Same password as last year.
What's that?
Oh.
No, your password.
And our league's name this year, remember how last year it was called Buzz Has the First Pick?
Last year it was Buzz had the first pick last year.
Oh, yeah. 2 years ago it was Buzz Had the First Pick. This year it's The Jerry Todd Show.
The Jerry Todd Show League.
That's the name of our league.
How are you?
What if I forgot my password?
They will resend it to you.
Yes, that's actually, you can do that, because I've seen it.
Same website then.
Right, same thing. CBS Sports Line.
Such an asshole.
Although we're not doing it with, it's much, listen, I know where you're going with that. We didn't have a problem with CBS Sports. The rules are very simple.
We're using standard rules from NFL.com, but they use statistics from CBS Sportsline.
I see.
And we got a break on the price because it's CBS and everything.
Wonderful.
So we're cool on that. Why? What are you giving us the hairy eyeball for?
I'm not giving anybody a hairy eyeball.
Yes, you are.
It's pretty amazing the way Mr. Spivak was so versed in those rules there, you know?
Well, I was a former commissioner, but I stepped down due to a lackluster performance.
Is this why there's no postings on our chat board?
You've really been there and done stuff?
You know he has.
Yeah, well, let me just review your postings tonight.
Can I?
Are you the commissioner this year?
No,
John Norman.
Yes, and he's as honest.
May I
he
tell
is
you?
the good man.
As the day is long.
May I tell you how absolutely imperfect and screwed up I am? That really there is something wrong with me up here. You know, I spent a couple hours over the weekend and I paid for it. Go to this website, mockdraft.com.
Oh.
You got about an hour and a half. You got about an hour and a half?
What do it cost?
I don't know. It's
$100?
I don't know. Less than a car wash.
Reasonable then. And no spots.
No, there was one that you do it a couple of times for free, and then if you really are
So you're really ready to go.
I've already done like 4 or 5 mock drafts.
He might be the most qualified person in our league.
Could I hire somebody to do it for me?
Just get the cheat sheets.
Okay, all right.
Just get the magazines.
Very good.
Get the magazines.
I might have to assemble a staff.
Oh, and I was
and don't draft Ricky Williams.
I was told today.
Why?
Okay, go ahead.
I was told today that Beth Ann really doesn't want to do it.
Really?
But we asked her, like, how long has she been working here now? 3 months?
Yeah.
We asked her 3 months ago. That's one of the things that we said was, come on, do you want to be in or not? You don't have to.
Right.
But she's apparently dragging her heels just a little bit because she said she doesn't know a lot about football.
Yeah, I'm going to hire a general manager before the draft. That's what I did.
Really?
I'm going to bring a GM in here with me.
Really? Who's that? Who you got in mind?
I'm J Dubs, actually. I'd like to bring in J Dubs.
So the guy that you routinely
ridicule,
portray.
Oh, I haven't even asked him, but I might ask
being
him.
an idiot.
He'd like to come in and be my GM.
Your
just
squad,
sit there and assist me with the paperwork.
Your squad might be Detroit Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big Lions fan.
Watch out
That's
for
not
that.
necessarily good.
Good luck with that, Mike.
All right.
Listen, Robbie, hold on. I want to get to this because we're going to have the gay guys here in a second that are getting married on September 11th.
Very good.
And the Bush girls are there, and we've been invited to the wedding, and we've got the NASCAR thing to give away. Okay, let's go in chronological order.
Okay, Friday night.
My best friend, Rob Spivak, calls me Saturday morning and says, you will not believe the night I had last night. Now,
did it or did it not sound like we were playing Can You Get to 10?
It did. Rob's doing an appearance at a bar called Coyote Ugly. You've heard of these bars, right?
Yeah, and it's like in the movie, and the girls dance on the bar, and it's very cool, and it's not very crowded because I'm doing an appearance. And I know that it was going well when the hot bartender picks up the mic and says, "Hey, everyone who loves the Don and Mike show, Ryan Spivak is here."
Did she really say that?
She did. And
it was an honest mistake?
It sort of set the tone for the night.
Ryan Spivak.
Yeah, I was there with my WJFK gear to hand out to everyone that cared to come up.
What time did your appearance begin?
It was 8:30 to 10:30.
So, in other words, I mean, knowing the bar business like I know, on a Friday night...
Yes.
Hank's Look Around Cafe.
Your appearance ended when most people, like women in particular, are finishing up their makeup.
So, yeah, well, what they want to do is they want people to come in earlier, so that's when they put me there.
Right.
Right.
So
but on the bright side, we got a great parking spot.
But for whatever reason...
8:30 to 10:30.
He's there, but here's the best part.
Right.
So he's there doing an appearance.
Right, and it's winding up. And, you know, obviously, it's been a great night for everybody.
Sure.
And I'm there with Jag, our promotions director.
And winding up is the right expression to use.
Yeah, because I want out. I want home. And they start bringing in TV equipment. Like lights, and they're testing the cameras and everything. And this is when it starts. You remember when Dean Banowitz was here from American
Right,
Idol?
yeah.
Do I?
Ryan and I, we're going to go to Coyote Ugly this weekend.
Oh, right.
And I just sort of thought, that's an odd coincidence.
Didn't think about it.
Well, as the lights go on...
Oh, so it was a Freudian slip by the bartender.
The crowd, like, triples automatically. It's like magical. And who walks in but Ryan Seacrest?
Wow.
And he gets up on the bar.
Now, hold on, let me say it. Who walks in, Rob?
Who? Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah.
He passes within 20 inches of me. He's right in front of me, and he's short, and he's a goof. And
oh, my God.
Yes, he was right there. And so he walks in front of me, and there's cameras, one big, TV camera, and a girl behind him that's making notes of all the shots.
Right.
And so she ends up right next to me. I said, "What's going on here?" And she says, We're taking video for a television show." And I said, "Really? Who's that?" She says, "Why, that's Ryan Seacrest."
Now, hold on a second. Did Jag hear this?
Yes. Oh, Jag was here for the whole time, yeah.
Hold on, I'm going to call him up. Because I just want verification that you really deadpanned this as much as you're saying you did.
It was very great.
What is Jag's
Who's
phone
that?
number? What's Jag's number? Anybody? Oh, I see. 818. Okay, gotcha.
Wow, Rob. And nobody hipped you to this fact.
Great area code.
Well, I expected...
Jag.
Hey, Jag.
Jag, it's Don and Mike with Rob.
What's going on, guys?
Remember when I was talking to the producer at Coyote Ugly?
Yep.
Okay, now tell me, jump in if I say anything that didn't happen.
Okay.
I said, who's that? And she says, "That's Ryan Seacrest." I said, "Wow, what does he do?" And she said, "He's the host of the television program." I said, "Oh, what show is that?" And she said, "American Idol." And I said, "Don't believe I know that. What is that on?" And that's when she walked away from me. That was the most satisfying experience.
Now, when she walked away from me, did she walk away maybe knowing you were faking it just because if you even had that tone, I would pick up on
Well,
that.
Jack, what do you think? Do you think the woman knew Rob was goofing her?
He was a great actor. He pulled it off so well. I mean, it was beautiful.
So about that time is when Ryan gets up on the bar and grabs the microphone. And
Now, understand what they're going to be doing is some cut-ins because you know, they had the American Idol tryouts here in D.C. Remember we sent Joe down with the tape recorder?
Right.
So now it's 2 weeks later.
Yeah. And he's up there and he says, "Hello, Coyote Ugly!" And everyone's an idiot and everyone's drunk and they all go, "Yay!" He said, "I'm Ryan Seacrest. Yay! And I bet you didn't know that one of our finalists that's going to Hollywood from Washington, D.C. works here at Coyote Ugly." And they went, "Yay!"
Of course.
And he says, "Would you like her to sing for you tonight?" And they all go, "Yay!" And he says, "Great, let's bring her up. But first, before we tape anything, we need all of your permission to be on television. So if it's okay for you to be put on television, I need you to cheer real loud." And everyone, of course, goes, "Yay!" So everything's
Bunch of
good.
drunk tools.
So now Ryan goes back down the steps. Not on the bar anymore, and he's still on the microphone. He says, "Now I'm going to go back up there and say the same thing I just said to you, and you're going to pretend you haven't heard it yet and give me the same reaction that you just gave me, because now we can film this, okay?"
Behind the scenes.
Wait, so that's their waiver?
That's it.
He just asked their permission?
And the whole time, Ryan is being...
Mr. Seacrest, I did not give my permission.
Well, it'll probably be on for like 15 seconds.
Right.
What are the odds that you even get spotlighted if you're in the crowd?
The whole time, there's a little director, British guy, following behind him. Ryan, we need to get the shot, Ryan. Ryan. So Ryan gets back up there, and this time it's TV Ryan, because he's strutting up onto the bar. And like, "Hello, Coyote Ugly!"
Now, Jag, did you find?
Oh, dear. You find coyote in your throat.
Did you find? Boy, that is good.
Tasty.
Did you find Ryan Seacrest to be as I don't want to say two-faced and not necessarily phony?
Well, yeah, phony is the word. Very transparent.
Then he tweaked it up for the TV.
Did you find it the same as Rob did?
He was definitely playing up to the camera.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, that's show business, though.
Right, that's what he's supposed to do.
So he got up there and he did the exact same thing about "did you know" and "do you want her to sing?" And he said, "All right, let's bring her up." And then instead of bringing her up, they stop, and Ryan goes back down the bar, and he says, "We're going to do this again, but this time we're just going to film the crowd." And they say, "Okay, Ryan, we need to get the shot of the crowd." Ryan. So, Ryan, you're going to do it again.
One camera, huh?
So one camera is now standing on the bar shooting the crowd, and Ryan goes up, and I don't know how rehearsed it was, but he says almost the same thing, just filming the crowd yelling, "Yay!"
And they go, "Hey, DC!"
"Yeah, you're great. Welcome to Coyote Ugly, DC. You want to hear us sing?" Go, "Yeah, yay!" So this all goes down. Then she comes up and sings. She sings, I think, 3 songs.
Right.
Then...
Jag, let me ask you, how was the girl? Was she talented or not?
Oh, she was mighty talented.
Yeah, and she sang well, too.
Wait, you talking about the girl from Coyote Ugly or the actual singer?
The singer works at Coyote Ugly.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah, she was all right. But I thought you were talking about the other blonde.
Oh yeah, there was that blonde. That was she was very talented.
Oh, mighty.
I guess we're talking about another American Idol singer.
Absolutely. It was Jag's personal talent.
She has to ride on Haji's magic carpet.
Congratulations, you're going to Fairfax. So anyway, she gets up and she sings, and the greatest moment is while she's singing, all the Coyote girls, including the blonde, are up on the bar with her, and they have to watch her sing, and they didn't get that shot, so the director says, "All right, now I need you ladies to look at my hand and pretend you're watching her sing." And he holds up his hand and like makes a talking motion.
Oh my God!
"Now don't look at the camera, love. Look at me hand. Look at me hand, because that's her singing."
Jag, is this happening as Rob's describing it?
It's deja vu.
And then the big finale, I guess the big gimmick at Coyote Ugly is they play the Def Leppard song "Pour Some Sugar on Me."
Right.
And they pour water on the bartenders, all these hot-looking girls in bikini tops.
Right.
And he said, "Ryan, do you think they could pour water on you? Ryan, what about the water? Ryan, do you want to go with the water?" And so they ended with Ryan having to take off his lavalier mic, kneel down on the bar, and get water poured on him, which they could only do once.
Crazy.
Right.
Because
and it ruined his hair.
he looked horrible.
My God.
Really? Yeah, and then as everyone was in a big rage of excitement because Ryan had water poured on him, we did leave. Jag and I talked about it for the better part of the ride home, and we decided that from what they shot, what'd you say, Jag, like 25 minutes?
Probably about, yeah.
Yeah, they'll use about 30 seconds of it on television. But it was so funny.
But it should be at the opening, I would think.
Yeah, whatever the audition show is for DC, and it was so funny because I bet they plan it so it's like Ryan leaves the audition and says, "Let's go over to Coyote Ugly right now," and he just walks in. And
did you see the guy that does Ryan's hair? That guy.
I did walk over and see Dean. He was
the guy that cut my hair,
hanging in the back of the bar. And I went up and said, "Hey," and he recognized me right away, which prevented me from looking too stupid.
Good.
And I said, "Hey, this is great. You guys, we had a great time with you on the show." And he said, "Oh, how nice. This is Ryan's personal assistant." And I said, "Oh, hi. My name is Rob. I'm with CBS Radio." And yes, but again, I kept a straight face.
Of course.
And I said, if Ryan ever wants to do any DC radio, I gave her a card. So
Very
who knows?
good.
At least that's an in.
It could happen.
So then we left and went home, and that was the day.
That was your evening.
All right, goodbye, Jag. We'll see you.
Well, there was one more thing that you forgot about that, though.
Yes.
What's that?
When Ryan got on the bar and also apologized to all the guys for being there.
Oh, yeah.
Because he didn't want to interrupt their normal routine. And the fact that he apologized, actually the guys made more noise throughout the entire night then and there.
Yeah, he said, "I don't want to get in the way of all your girls."
Not a smart move.
No, so that pissed everyone off.
All right, thank you, Jag.
All right.
Thank you, Jag.
Because I'm such a stud.
He is a great 5.5-foot stud.
So how did you know? And now really, how tall is he?
I'm a good hunk higher than him. I'd say he's about 5'6", 5'7".
5'6".
And he probably wasn't wearing the flat shoes either. I would think if he was out and doing
had some lifts on.
He might. You never can.
So Rob's going out to do one of his.
Did he look tired?
No, he looked wonderful.
He did. Oh, wonderful. He's going out to do one of his low-rent appearances.
Right.
Lo and behold, who shows up?
Ryan Seacrest.
Ryan Seacrest.
And you had no idea that you were going to have that kind of excitement.
And it was actually sort of cool when you take the whole jiveness out of it.
Sure.
And it was neat to see, but it was so bad. We're going to do the whole thing again, and you're going to pretend I hadn't said it, okay?
Now, listen, I'm really running out of time because we've got these the guys that are getting married coming on. Tell us about your accident with the deaf lady.
Okay, well, I just want to throw one
car accident with the deaf lady.
One thing real quick. My father got DirecTV installed this weekend, and he had the greatest hillbilly who installed it, and he said, "You better be careful, because you're going to get addicted to the sex channel." I got to put in a phone line for you, or you're going to get the sex channel. I certainly do. So that's him. He left. We never got his name. So I'm coming home. I'm on the Beltway near the Mormon Temple.
Right.
The big highway in D.C.
A great piece of road, incidentally.
Yeah, wonderful. And just traffic moving as smooth as always.
Yeah, so it's a great major highway that goes left and left, right.
And so, it comes to a point where there's a sudden slowdown, and so being a good, careful driver, I slow down.
Right.
Person behind me slows down as soon as she hits the back of my car, of course.
Oh, no.
So I'd say she's going about 30 miles an hour, and right in the back of my... Of course. Thank you, General Motors. She was in a Grand Am.
Wow.
I was in a Tahoe. Advantage Tahoe.
Man.
But her car was pretty mangled up, and I hopped out. We both pulled over to the side of the road, and there's like 6 lanes of traffic going each way. And I don't know, have you ever stood on the Beltway? It shakes.
Constantly.
Oh, does it really shake?
It's scary.
Oh, wow. Man.
I mean,
it's like that Eddie Murphy movie with Steve Martin, the one where Eddie Murphy just...
Bowfinger.
We stood out in the middle of the highway.
Yeah. It is horrifying. You really don't realize how fast...
I mean, if you're at that part of the Beltway, it's incredible.
I mean, I've got the car between me and the traffic, and I'm still about to drop something.
Right.
It's really scary.
So this broad runs into you. You get out of the car.
And I go up to her, and I say, "Are you all right?" I mean, I'm upset, but I want to make sure everything's okay. And she indicates that she didn't hear me. Of course, it's very loud. So I get maybe a foot away from her, and I go, "Are you all right?" And she indicates to her head that she's deaf. So she didn't hear me even then.
I'm deaf.
So at about that time, I get out my cell phone to try and call the police. And
Are you anyway?
No, she didn't know. She was from Minnesota.
Doesn't hear the show.
Of course. So I'm trying to say...
I get jokes, bud. Okay.
Hey.
I get jokes.
So, I'm saying, "Are you okay?" And she's trying to indicate that she needs a piece of paper. Well, luckily, a firefighter and a cop show up, and we exchange all our information, and it's just...
What an evening you had.
And just to say it's convenient to talk to a deaf person on a 12-lane death strip, try getting to the bottom of the accident details through an interpreter on the telephone.
Oh, my God.
When you really you get the instruction for this link where you go and you talk to the person like you're talking to them, and then you end everything with "go ahead."
GA, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And then I'm going through the whole thing, and I say, is everything okay with your insurance? Are you going to be able to give me your insurance number when you get home to Minnesota, whenever that is? Go ahead. And then there's a literally 45-second pause, and the operator comes on and says, yes. Like, that could not have taken that long. And then also the great conversation is, unless it's an odd circumstance, when you get rear-ended, the person behind is at fault.
Yes.
Unless you tried to draw the accident for any reason.
Right.
Halfway through, she starts bringing up the fact that maybe she's not at fault.
Now, how is she bringing this up if she's deaf?
She said, well, again, through the interpreter on the telephone.
Right.
And she said,
how can a deaf person use an interpreter on the telephone?
She types.
They've got that.
She types. And then the interpreter says it to me.
Okay.
And I say it, and the interpreter types.
Maybe it wasn't my fault.
And and I get from again, operator here. You apparently stopped down slow. Maybe it wasn't my fault because you slowed down. Go ahead. I said, no, I was going slow and you hit me. Go ahead.
Well, there's the problem.
But the problem is, this is a conversation that really, in real life, should have escalating tones of anger and frustration.
Yeah.
But you can't because you're talking, and then you get back. You get back. Operator here. Perhaps that is the case, but I would like to speak to the police about this. Go ahead. I said, I could give you the police's phone number of the officer who was at the site. Go ahead. It's just, I would like that number very much. Go ahead. And it's so, I've never been quite that frustrated.
Oh, my
You're
God.
just 2 steps away from the person you want to wring their neck, and I leave you with this question.
Did you ever think about just communicating with gestures?
I thought about that. I was doing it at my house, though.
Yeah.
I was doing
on the phone.
on the dance.
Right.
If you were required to have an automobile horn to work, to drive a car, why should a deaf person be allowed to drive?
Well, Rob, I was just going to say, DSD.
What's that?
Deaf shouldn't drive.
I agree. There are lots of provisions made for the afflicted in everyday life.
Think about it.
Do
we let blind people drive?
It's not fair for them. Well, I've seen some people that might qualify.
But Mike, not like Roy Orbison faking.
Okay, all right.
Real.
Well, that's why we have the taillights.
That's true, but still.
Varying intensity.
What of the horn, Mike? What of the horn?
What a frustrating day. See, like I always tell you, Rob, none of this happens if you just do what I always do.
And that is?
Stay at the bar. Always stay, Rob.
How today
is Ryan Seacrest? Go ahead.
Over.
Go ahead. When we come back,
no, her name was not Debbie.
Their names, they will fascinate you. Their names are Erwin and James. They're getting married on September 11th. Mm-hmm. They've invited us. Their wedding, and why that is, we'll find out. Oh, and also the Bush twins will be there, and W is pissed about it.
Very good.
So we'll talk to these guys when we come right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Listen, my friend, I am a supporter of the gay community. I wore a red ribbon to the Emmys. I have been to several Elton John concerts.
What does that mean?
Elton John is a gay.
The Don and Mike Show.
Keep the secret, my precious love. The Don and Mike Show.
Keep it, my precious love. Listen, what Granny doesn't know won't hurt her coming up. VIP tickets for the Chevy Rock and Roll 400 in Richmond on 9/11. VIP seats, full garage tour, and more courtesy of AOL for broadband. We'll give that away in a couple of seconds. Tomorrow, right at 3 o'clock, at 12 noon West Coast time, right at the beginning of the show, Jeffrey Katzenberg.
Yes. Wow. DreamWorks.
Could be awkward, could be great. I bet it'll be great.
Yeah.
We hardly ever get guests like him, so what the hell? Throw him right at 3.
Wonderful.
His new show is Father of the Pride on NBC.
Right.
Plus tomorrow, this is, again, just the world of me, Mr. Sharpie's coming on tomorrow.
Mr. Sharpie, is there any more dedicated patron of that company?
Sammy Sharpie, or whatever the guy's name is. Anyway, he's Mr. Sharpie. Mm-hmm. And then Wednesday, now listen to this, we have our NFL draft show on Wednesday.
Yeah. Yes.
But Mike, who's your favorite network TV weatherman?
Well, it would have to be, well, I have so many.
Pick one.
From one network?
One network.
Well, I would say
Morning.
My personal favorite would be Tony Perkins.
All right, well, pick again.
Al Roker.
Pick again.
From CBS?
Yeah.
That other guy that came from Fox.
His name. You don't remember his name, do you? Dave Price.
Dave Price.
From New York, yes.
Dave Price.
He's funny.
I'm sorry it was number 3.
I'm a fan of his.
He's very good.
And we used to watch
Price used to be on Fox
in New York.
Right.
Right, when we were going up to New York all the time. When we got the gig on CBS now. And he's funny.
Yeah. He is a very funny guy.
He's
a good
funny.
hire.
And anyway, he'll be on Wednesday.
I have a major announcement to make.
What's that?
Regarding fantasy football.
What's that?
I have added someone to the organization.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
No, he's not retarded.
Hold on,
That's not a question.
He will be in here with me
during the draft?
During the draft on Wednesday.
Is it J-Dubs?
It's J-Dubs.
Are you retarded?
No, I am not.
It's not a rhetorical question. Are you retarded?
J-Dubs will be assisting me as my general manager for the new team, the Americans.
Now, is he the financial backer?
No, he is not.
Really?
No, he's an employee. He is an employee of me. I am the president and CEO of the team.
Yeah.
Okay, enough. Listen, we've got the guys on the phone now, so let's talk to them.
Yes.
I would want to spend a lot of time discussing this choice with you.
I think it's a brilliant choice.
Right? What, was Tom Gavin not available?
It's a brilliant choice. And he has already done a lot of the legwork already, which I'm very excited about.
What, he's bought the magazine?
I don't know what he's done, but I think I have a lot of faith in him. He's a big sports fan.
Hire good people and just let them do their work.
That's the way I run my team.
Joining us now, I think we have both guys on the phone, James and Irwin. Now, these are guys that are making national headlines. James Packard Gomez and Irwin Gomez Packard. These dudes are getting married to each other. You know, we've got no problem with gay marriage on this show.
No, we don't.
As a matter of fact, years ago, we said that Ellen should get married up in Vermont when they made it legal up there. We paid for it.
Yeah, we were going to do that.
So these guys are getting married. And they're getting married on 9/11. And for a lot of people, I mean, just mentioned, there's a NASCAR race we're giving away tickets to on 9/11.
Very good.
So September 11th is a day we remember, but we also move along.
Right.
These guys are in the news because, first, because they're gay. Second, because they are getting married on 9/11, and the only reason that there's anything to do with 9/11 is that they're very good friends with the Bush twins.
They actually, one of them works with the Bush twins, right?
And
their hairdresser.
And the Bush girls are going to their wedding.
Very good. Good for Jenna and Barbara.
You know, Daddy can't be thrilled about it. Last time I checked, W is against gay marriage.
I think so, yes.
And anyway, here they are now. James, Irwin, are you guys there?
Hola. Hi.
Hey, hola. What's happening, you guys?
Hey, you radio gods, you.
So listen, how fantastic is this that you guys, and dreamy, absolutely, just if I could say, a dreamy invitation that was overnighted to us. What's the deal with all the feathers in it?
Because you got to keep in mind that we have a Las Vegas theme. We're having a whole casino crew come in for like blackjack and roulette, and you know we have drag queens performing in from New York.
Oh, hello! Wow.
Yeah, this is going to be amazing.
So of course I'm not going to give out the location of this. It's a private after wedding thing, but it's on Saturday night, September 11th, 7 p. to 2 a. I see everything that I like: cocktails, martini bar, attire, dress to kill. There's a pool area, swimwear optional.
Hello.
Vegas casino style live entertainment. Okay. Guys, of course, we appreciate the invitation. We'll be there. No doubt it'll be a great party. Thanks for thinking of us.
We're glad. My God, guys, we got a call from Jack Diamond's camp, and we said, there's no way in hell.
No way.
No way in hell. We're letting him near here.
There you go.
The radio gods are who we listened to for years. We got to have these guys here.
We'd love to come.
And that's what's very nice. That we did not even, we discussed your wedding on our show, thinking how it's going to piss off W. Never had a thought to call you guys and say, hey, can we crash the party? Can we send Joe? It was very nice. Beth Ann said, one of you guys just called on your own and said you'd listen to the show for a long time.
Yeah, big-time listener.
We'd love to be there. How much publicity have you guys gotten already for your wedding? Because because it's a gay wedding, and because the Bush girls are going to be there, and because it's 9/11.
Well, there's a lot of people. Basically, the party's the who's of Washington, and we kind of consider ourselves.
Hold on, fellas.
We're very kind.
Hey, fellas, that's a wonderful sentiment, but you can't use that language on our new FCC show.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Now, is James or Erwin or both of you, who has the contact with the Bush sisters?
It's me. It's Erwin.
It's Erwin, and Erwin, you do the hair of both girls?
I'm their makeup artist.
You're their makeup artist.
Hey, did you have anything to do with? I saw their piece on the VMAs last night. Did you have anything to do with getting them fixed?
No, not at all.
Because listen, I was not going to be anything less than positive.
Mm-hmm.
They looked really hot last night.
Really?
The Bush girls. The Bush girls did a taped thing at the VMAs, and Carrie's daughter came out there.
Has this been a lot of controversy, Erwin, with the girls coming to the wedding?
Yeah, big time.
Wow.
Big time. I didn't expect to be this way, but it is.
So it's
initially, someone in the salon saw the transfer of the invitation and leaked it.
Oh, no.
And this took place. I mean, we gave them the invite maybe a month and a half ago, and it just leaked into a New York tabloid a couple weeks ago.
Well,
so, it was someone within the salon, someone that came to, get her hair done, that saw it, and then went to the press with it in New York.
Oh,
man. Did it, but anyway, I got a phone call within a couple of weeks and started getting interviewed by phone, and I didn't realize it was a New York daily gossip news.
Would you guys have preferred that it didn't leak, or do you? Is there anything political where you're using this opportunity to maybe make a statement about gay marriage?
Well, what Erwin and I both feel, this is James speaking, is that this is bigger than us. This is our gay, ceremony from our wedding in San Francisco under Mayor Gavin Newsom, but it's also more important. This is about gay rights and the civil rights of all and the freedoms of all.
Amen.
And how the inequalities and injustices are being done to not just the gay community, but many communities throughout history.
Right. I've said this, and I mean this, fellas. Really, even though I'm talking this way, there is no reason that you cannot be married and end up being as miserable as all of us straight people are.
Amen.
I mean that. 23 years I've been with the same bitch, and I only say that in a loving way.
You just said that word you told me not to say.
No, it was the S word.
The S word was the one that we had the problems with.
Okay.
So listen, we're all for, gay marriage, and even though we goof, it's great you guys have a sense of humor. Here's my question. Now, we're invited. We're going to be there. It's going to be fantastic. Are you going to help us out in this situation? Because we're going to be like fish out of water at this thing.
No, you guys are going to be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
We have the security detail down to a T.
Oh yeah,
we have over 30 armed guards on the property.
Wow.
This thing is full blown. Everything. We have floors built into the house.
I'm wondering if we could get any kind of, and not to stereotype, although that's what we do best on this show. I'd like to know as far as what to wear, dress to kill. I mean, I'm the standard business suit.
I'm thinking like a nice Armani suit. I've got.
That's it. Armani suit. We'll definitely do it.
All right, all right. I don't know. I might want to go more flamboyant.
It's not a black tie attire.
It's not a black tie thing.
It's a cocktail evening affair.
And now, guys, let me ask you a very serious question. This is the first time we've ever spoken. Both of you, James and Erwin. How much do you mind, and tell me if you mind at all, if we whore this out? And here's what I mean. You guys were nice enough to call us.
Right.
We'd love to be able to go to the press to say, hey, guess what? These two guys that are getting married with the Bush girls, guess who they invited? Mm-hmm. The two disc jockeys everybody hates.
Go for it.
Yeah.
You do what you have to do to get the civil rights movement moving forward, guys.
Amen. But if you don't mind, then.
We
not at all. Go for it.
Nothing we do better than
whore.
There's nothing we can do better than to whore ourselves out of.
Put a whore and bitch.
Brother, will we?
Now, how long are you guys?
I just want to party with you guys.
There we go. How long have you guys been together?
10 years.
How long?
10 years.
10 years. And
we first got married. We met in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
Of course you did. Where else would you meet?
I know, right? And we first got married in Amsterdam in 1998.
Wow.
Amsterdam.
And then we flew to San Francisco on a red eye to get married. Practically the day before our date in Amsterdam.
So you guys went out to San Francisco to get in the deadline when it was legal, and so
right.
you guys are legal. And now what's with all the controversy with them rescinding that? Where does that stand right now?
Well, right now, that's a real touchy issue, and our lawyers are all pouring over it, and the ACLU's filing suits in the state of Maryland, and there's a bunch of different groups looking at doing a different bunch of things to look at that. But the real issue is not so much what the Supreme Court of California has already done. The real issue is it constitutionally correct to deny us marriage? And on that basis, I would have to say they're going to find in our favor that it's not correct.
Well,
but from the mayor being able to overstep everyone and start creating the marriage, that in itself was like a boo-boo.
Okay. Now, do you ever?
As far as what he did was jumpstart like Rosa Parks.
Right.
Took those first steps up the bus.
Symbolic.
So he got us in the right direction, and I commend him for that. But now we've got to as you know, society loves lawyers, and lawyers love to spend money. So now this is going to be wrangled for, a couple years.
All right, and the more publicity, the better, I would think.
Somehow, when things happen for a reason, I mean, the way the Bush Grove come about, I mean, this actually gives us the opportunity to actually show what we were fighting for.
Now, listen, let's talk about them for a second, because it's one thing for us, we're, no matter what people might think who listen to the show, we're pretty liberal in just about all of our thoughts. So it's not surprising we would go and support you. No, we would think anything of that with us. With these girls, with their dad, I mean...
This is huge. This is a huge deal.
I'm watching the Fox News channel today, and they're all, jacked up again. They're ramping up for the convention.
Sure.
And just in talking about bullet points with Bush and what he's going to be bringing, one of the things that comes up is, the war, then you've got the economy, and you've got gay marriage, like number 3 on the list of things that Bush is going to say, he's either for or against. He's not, obviously he's not for it. How pissed?
Well, I wouldn't be so quick to say that.
Oh, really?
We actually sent him a letter last week.
You think there's any...
You might be hearing about that tomorrow in the newspapers.
Really?
I can't go into any details.
A potential scoop here. Exciting.
So you sent a letter to George Bush, and do you think you're getting a response? Is that what you're saying?
Well, let's just say that I can't go into detail, but it's going to be mass printed tomorrow.
Really?
You're not telling me he's coming to the thing on Saturday, are you?
Hey, we'd love to have him if he...
Could you imagine?
Come, hey, the invite, go out to FedEx.
That tight ass, no pun intended. Can you imagine him showing up on 9/11 at a gay wedding?
But as far as the girls are concerned, they've committed and they're going to be there.
Well, we're not...
They didn't commit it.
We're not...
They weren't sure.
They said they're going to do everything in their best efforts to show up, but...
Actually, we're excited, though, to get the invitation.
Yeah, there's many high-profile coming, and now our attorneys are advising that we don't say anyone is coming.
I got you.
Okay,
let's just keep it all on the QT. But listen, go ahead and drop our names wherever you can.
We're going to. And, hey, I got a good question for you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, you've been spinning on us. Let me spin on you.
Right.
Why haven't you radio gods of all gods switched to XM satellite radio yet?
Because we have a contract with Terrestrial Radio Infinity Broadcasting.
I know, but guys, that's going to be as dead as the doornail in 5 years.
I don't know.
Guys, we have a 4-year contract.
Yeah,
thank God.
And much like you were talking about lawyers before, that's why we can't talk.
Yeah.
And listen, I dig XM. I've got it. I don't disagree that I think satellite radio eventually, and I'm talking years and years and years, because people are going to have to get used to paying for something. They're going to have to make the product better. Right now, we're still FREE, baby. And, we will reach a hell of a lot more people that way.
Yeah, I know.
So don't sweat it.
So this sounds like it's going to be the party of the decade. It really does.
Definitely.
Oh, man.
Will you have vanilla vodka?
We have
every vodka you can think of.
Belvedere, every top shelf name you can think of.
Here's what I request, fellas.
But if you guys could do something for us as a favor.
What's that?
We've been trying to get Starbucks, get a hold of Starbucks Corporation, and look, there's going to be a lot of drinking. We're going to have Hummer limos taking the people back and forth to parking lots.
Hummers?
Hummer
stretch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got it.
No, not that kind of Hummer guy. Yeah.
Hey, watch it. All right.
But anyway, we really would like Starbucks to do like a barista bar.
Starbucks.
Make their frappuccinos, and they can, make their shots so that people can, have a little coffee through the night.
Can I just say something about you guys? Not only are you organized, I've always said that. You got, gay men, gay women, really, they're like a walk. What I like is they're like a walking day planner. And listen to this. Listen to the thought that these guys put into
there's no question.
You're going to have a party. You're going to have martinis. You're going to booth. Let's get Starbucks involved.
Guys. Because XM Satellite's going to be here giving out free satellite radio.
Would you stop with the XM stuff?
Stop promoting XM on terrestrial radio.
Stop that, for goodness sakes. Come on, we're coming to this thing as your friends. I mean, we'll trade out a little bit if we can put out a PR thing, but we're not going to do commercials for goddamn XM radio. Listen, here's the deal. We'll see you. We will be there. Are we allowed to bring dates?
Well, I want your wife here. I mean, I always hear her on her cell phone. Grocery store, in the bathroom.
No. See, I said, could we bring dates? I didn't want to bring my wife.
I didn't ask about wives.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything as no one's filming.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, so I can bring my wife. Buzz can bring his wife. Rob can bring his wife if she says she can do it.
Of course. I mean, please.
Wonderful. Well, we'll bring everybody.
All right. Guys, then we'll see you on September 11th. Thank you for thinking of us. Thanks for the invitation.
God bless, guys.
You guys seem like you're handling all of this very, very well, and we wish you the very best of luck.
God bless. And go out there and whore it, guys.
We're going to whore it.
Whore it like bitches.
We're the biggest whores.
Okay.
Congratulations, guys.
You guys. Bye, Beth Ann. Bye, Robbie.
That's
James and Irwin, guys.
Here we are, the famous guys. Two famous gay guys getting married on 9/11.
Fantastic. And Starbucks, if you're listening, they need you there.
Yes. For a barista bar.
Why don't they just call Starbucks and say, how much would it cost?
Well, I think they tried to get in touch with Starbucks, and they can't get in touch.
This is a promotional opportunity.
Starbucks?
Hey, Starbucks, are you gay-friendly or what?
Yeah. Get me Starbucks on the phone.
If they could just cater to the gay, they could sell twice as much coffee.
Amen, Rob.
Totally the gay.
It's the gay. Today's modern gay.
That's right. CTTG.
CMG. Today's modern gay.
To the gay. Oh, my God.
I'll have a gay mocha.
And never mind, I'm thinking of different flavors.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for. Yeah.
Listen, never mind. Okay, don't even...
I'll add a shot for a quarter.
Okay, Rob, come on, watch it. Watch it. There's a deaf lady out there.
That's right. She's got her eyes on you.
Listen, I don't know who listened to that last segment that would be interested in the next segment.
Okay.
Because we're talking about gay marriage and NASCAR.
NASCAR and gay marriage, hey.
In the same 5 minutes of radio. Yes, sirree. Let's get a gay marriage and a NASCAR race. Here's what we have for ye. It's NASCAR.
Yes.
It's NASCAR, and it's the best NASCAR of all year. Except for Daytona or the last race. It's the Chevy Rock and Roll 400 in Richmond, VA on September 11th. Yeehaw! Now, obviously, to win this, because we have no budget here, you either have to be from the Washington, Baltimore, Pennsylvania, Hampton Roads, Virginia area to win.
Right.
I mean, unless you want to drive. If you're all the way out in San Francisco and you love NASCAR...
If you want to drive, you can drive.
Here's the game we're playing. We've played what my mom doesn't know won't hurt her, what my dad doesn't know won't hurt her, what my brother doesn't know, what my sister doesn't know. Today we're going to play what my Granny doesn't know won't hurt her.
That's right. Any deep, dark secret that you've kept from Granny.
I'll take another peek in my pot.
What do you see, Granny? Yeah, are you looking, Granny?
Yeah, I see fish.
Oh, we never get that deep into it where she looks in her pot. She sees
I'll take
fish.
another peek in my pot.
What do you see, Granny? Yeah, are you looking, Granny?
Yeah, I see fish.
Yum. Well, who knew that Granny had fish in her pot?
So if you would like to go to this race and listen to what AOL is giving us here. 2 VIP tickets for the Chevy Rock and Roll 400. Wow. And actually, don't let that fool you. We can have multiple winners here if we get a lot of good callers. So you get VIP tickets. That includes VIP seating. There's a difference between VIP tickets and VIP seating.
Exactly.
And you get a full garage tour, meaning you'll be able to check out all the rides and all the drivers.
That's very cool.
And more courtesy of AOL for Broadband. Get special access to NASCAR when you add AOL for Broadband to any high-speed connection. So, it's a pretty great NASCAR weekend.
Sure is.
We get to go and meet the drivers and see the cars. And what we want to know from you is, what secret is it that you've kept all these years from your beloved Grandmama?
Yes, Grandmama has something she doesn't know.
What you do is call us at 877-365-3636. That's the toll-free number. We'll take your calls, and we'll see if anybody's got something really awful that they've just never told their grandmother. For instance, my grandmother, Helen, who is long gone.
Helen!
God rest her soul. I would, not even a... Yeah, you know what I would tell her? What I would tell her was that my Aunt Lola grabbed me and French kissed me
Didn't like that.
in her closet,
right,
in the garage closet, one Christmas when I was about 11 or 12 years old.
Well, I didn't know that.
I remember the smell of mothballs, and that wasn't from Aunt Lola. And and listen, your grandma also has to still be alive.
Yeah,
because the deal, please with that. Because the deal is once we pick the person,
we have to call Granny. Yes.
that was
Granny.
That was a slip.
Yes.
Once we pick the person who's done the most reprehensible thing or the biggest secret,
then it'll be a delightful, cathartic call to your Granny.
I'll take another peek in my pot.
What's in there?
What do you see, Granny? Yeah, are you looking, Granny?
What is it, fish?
Yeah, I see fish.
All right.
Well, Granny, what's in your pot?
All right now, what Granny doesn't know won't hurt her for the NASCAR weekend in Richmond, VA on September 11th. 877-365-3636. We will be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
I can multitask. Come on, what are you talking about? You could have given me the answer there.
Whack Iraq guy.
Thank you. It never fails. You're in the middle of an important call on the road, getting directions to a restaurant or something, and your cell phone dies on you.
And that leaves you pretty much out of luck, doesn't it? Go ahead, Don. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I only started because there was a period there.
I know. Sometimes we trade off on those.
Unless you've got OnStar, of course.
With OnStar Personal Calling, you can use your car's cellular hardware to make and receive hands-free calls while you're on the road.
Go ahead, take it.
So in addition to all the other features of OnStar, like being able to help locate your car if it's ever stolen, and alerting emergency advisors if your airbags deploy, you're no longer up a creek if your cell battery dies or you forget your phone.
Feeling pretty good now, aren't you?
Sure.
Keep going.
Sure. OnStar is available on more than 50 GM models from Saturns to Cadillacs.
For information about OnStar, go to OnStar.com. You see, I didn't have to talk at all during that commercial.
Who's the winner now?
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Well, after my father, I am the best dancer after him. See, he was the king of tap dancing. I've never seen no other man outdance him or outthink him in his mind. But to me, I'm left to carry on that tradition, to fill his shoes, and I'm going to do my best to try to do it.
The Don and Mike Show.
Right. Been picking at my brain all the way. Yeah.
Thanks for listening, Chief. It's the Don and Mike Show.
Here it on. Great to mediocre to just crappy radio stations throughout America, such as Wow FM, ABGG FM, Des Moines, Iowa.
That's a great one.
How about... I've not got the current Chinese judges score on that one. In Warren, Ohio, WAUR. Green Bay, Wisconsin, WNFL. And Baltimore 105.7, WXYV.
Really
Live 105.
They're all great, all the ones you mentioned.
Everyone.
This is to the best of my knowledge.
What do you do? What did you just...
Tab.
Mike just wrote it down like the Olympic judge.
Yay, rah-rah.
Oh, and listen, how glad am I that crap is over.
You're very glad.
I don't think anybody even noticed that it went away.
No. Christ. And where's that guy that called a week ago The guy that wanted to scream at me about the Olympic basketball team. Where are you now, big man or tough guy or whatever name calling thing we got into last week?
I think it was big guy.
Hey, Don. Hey, and how about you put your Redskins Monday Night Cowboy tickets on the line?
That guy, you didn't like him. I'm just guessing.
I did not, Mike.
Right.
I did not. Granny?
I'll take another peek in my pot.
What do you see, Granny? Are you looking, Granny?
Yeah, I see fish.
It's time to play what my granny doesn't know won't hurt her.
Salmon or cod, Granny.
And we've got, for goodness sakes, we've got lots of people on the phone.
I don't want to talk to you. You've made me mad today. Don't talk to me. It ain't been easy living with you all this time. The things that you've done to me. Trying to pick at my brain what little bit's left of it. Hey, look here. I'm not all the way crazy.
I'll take another peek in my pot.
What do you see, Granny? Yeah, are you looking, Granny?
Yeah, I see fish.
Yeah, fish in Granny's pot.
So the question is, what have you done that your granny doesn't know?
Right.
And we're going to get some calls on this. This first segment is always weeding through.
That's right.
You know, maybe we'll get a great one.
We're going fishing.
You never know, but people sure like that NASCAR.
Maybe we'll get a great one. Hello, and it is a kick-ass prize.
Sure is. Yeah.
If I wasn't going to the hottest, and I mean this, if I wasn't going to the hottest gay wedding on the planet on September 11th,
right,
there is a 35% chance that I would be going to... it's in Richmond?
Yeah.
There would be a 15% chance that I would be going.
Still, that's significant.
Aren't they going to race at night down in Richmond?
Yeah.
And when they do it, and, you know, the thing I know about NASCAR, they race at night, it's a little tougher.
Yeah. So you know what? Maybe there'd be a 17% chance.
There you go.
That I would go. But anyway, it's a hot ticket. Here's Blake. Hi, Blake.
Radio God.
Howdy. Welcome to the show, Blake.
Howdy, Blake.
I'm doing just fine.
Blake, where you from?
I'm from Gaithersburg, Maryland.
So you're listening on the mighty WJFK FM?
Absolutely, every day.
They got track up there in Gaithersburg?
Right on. Right, Catonsville, Maryland, live 105. Catonsville, Maryland, formerly home of WKTK. There's something for you Baltimore radio files.
Very good.
Let's see, Jason, what is it that your granny doesn't know?
Well, when I was about 17, just barely 17, I was hanging out with this chick and got her knocked up. Well, and got about $300 from my grandmother because she was a real cool grandmother. She understood. Of course, when you're 17, you're way too young to have a kid.
Oh, so you got the money to take care of it?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Look at all the babies we killed.
Wow.
So hold on a second. So you got your grandmother. What your grandmother doesn't know that you knocked up a girl and got an abortion?
No, she knows about that. The thing is,
what doesn't she know, Jason?
My grandmother, she did not. The girl, she wound up not being pregnant.
Oh.
And I took the $300 and got about 12 of my buddies drunk all weekend.
All right. See now,
I like that one.
Now,
she was nice enough. She was nice enough of a grandmother to give you the money for that situation to help you out of trouble.
To get an abortion for your girlfriend.
But since she wasn't pregnant, you had a beer party for your buddies.
I'm ready to end this. Give me the grandma's phone number right now. There is no need. I don't care what's on line 1, line 2, whatever. Bring me this guy's. Did you give Joe or Beth Ann your information?
Yeah.
Oh, I got it right here. All right.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. That's too good. That simply is too good.
Well, that's kind of a happy ending. Because, Granny will be probably relieved.
Well,
I would, or maybe not.
Calling Margaret?
Anything could happen.
Calling Margaret. Yeah. Margaret, that's the granny.
And how old's your granny, Jason?
Oh, hold on. Let me see. I got
35
million phone things here. Jason?
Yes, sir.
How old's your granny?
She's about 63, something about that.
All right, Rob's on the phone right now.
I'm with the Don and Mike radio show, and we have your grandson Jason on with us. Can we put your voice on the air so you can play a radio game with us?
See what? What, dude?
Yeah, Jason's on the phone.
She'll be a little mad.
It's kind of a happy ending.
No more than fun.
Kegger, not pregnant.
No, it's up to you to get her unmad.
Kind of a happy... Well, listen, the first thing you have to do is just tell her the truth.
You have to tell her the truth, Jason. That's the whole point.
You can't, say, I'm sorry. You just have to tell her the truth. Remember that girl? And how old was the girl?
She was about to turn 17.
Almost 7. Babies having babies.
Almost 17. She was only 16.
Mm-hmm.
Only 16.
FM.
And running late. All right, we're waiting. We're negotiating with your grandmother.
With your grandma.
We'll put your voice on the air, okay?
Here we go.
Okay, hang on for Jason.
All right. This will be fast. Now, Jason, you be on your best behavior, okay?
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
All right, now here is your grandma. Here is Granny, Margaret.
Hey, Granny.
Hi.
Hi, Granny. Welcome to the Don and Mike Show. Thanks for joining us. We have your degenerate grandson, Jason, on the phone with us.
Mm-hmm.
Say hi to Granny, Jason.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, sweetheart. How you
And
doing?
we're playing a game called What My Granny Doesn't Know Won't Hurt.
I'll take another peek in my pot.
What do you see, Granny? Yeah, are you looking, Granny?
Yeah, I see fish.
It's a little game we call What My Grandmother Doesn't Know Won't Hurt Her, and it's a chance for Jason to tell you something that you don't know.
Oh, okay.
And then he gets to win some NASCAR tickets for a very important NASCAR race. He gets to go to VIP seating, go to the garage, and
Well, that's nice.
this will be a great time for him.
Okay.
And now, Jason, it's all on you, because you called us.
Mom, remember when I was about 17 and I told you that I got that girl pregnant?
You're telling us on the radio?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm sad.
Okay.
Well, she wound up not being pregnant, and I kind of took the like $300 that you let me borrow, and kind of got my buddies drunk for like a whole weekend.
That wasn't a very nice thing to do, Jason.
No, it wasn't, Jason.
No, it wasn't.
No.
Hey, look at your granny was willing to pay for your abortion.
Right.
You ever pay her back, Jason?
Jason, do you ever give her the money back?
A little bit.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know what it was for. I wouldn't give him money.
Oh, you didn't know what it was for either? Did you lie about that, Jason?
No, Mom, I might have told you about that. We had talked about that.
You didn't know that you'd be paying for Jason's girlfriend's abortion? God, I feel like Jerry Springer all of a sudden.
I think she knew that. She just didn't know about the beer.
Hey, Springer, you shouldn't ask grandmothers this kind of questions.
That's right.
Well, it's your retarded grandson who called us in the first place, ma'am.
Do you wish you had?
He's a good boy.
No.
Do you wish you had loaned $300 to Jason's mom?
What?
Never mind.
Oh, stop it, Rob.
So you knew about the
trouble that Jason was in.
Yeah, but what you didn't know was that he took that money. The girl ended
That he
up,
really wasn't in trouble at all.
He could have come back to you and said, "Hey, Granny, guess what? The girl is not pregnant. Here's your money back."
And this has been weighing on Jason's mind for quite some time.
Well, I hope this will ease his mind.
It was weighing on his mind at least until he heard we were giving away NASCAR tickets.
Oh.
Jason, don't you have anything to say for yourself?
I apologize, Mom. I'm sorry.
I accept.
Oh, she accepts.
Nice.
Isn't that wonderful?
Forgive and forget.
She's a great grandmother.
She's a great grandmother. That's
She'll do anything for her family.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Well, she is, obviously, Jason.
Right. She was going to give you money for your abortion. And you went out and spent it on beer.
Somebody knows my name, do they?
What? Pardon?
You're not saying my name.
No, ma'am.
No.
Just your first name.
Okay.
There could be anybody. A million people named Margaret.
Right.
And I can understand why you wouldn't want your name on the radio.
Yes, of course.
Yes, for goodness sakes.
No. Yeah.
But is he a good boy?
He is a good boy. He's come up pretty hard.
Has he straightened out a little bit, Mama?
He's matured a lot.
Good. He's matured a lot?
Yes.
May we be so bold as to ask why his mom dropped him with you?
When was this?
Well, no, that was the other guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's another caller. I'm sorry.
That was the other caller.
That was another guy who lied. Another guy who lied to his grandma.
That was the guy that lied to his grandma.
There are so many.
Jason, are you showing the proper amount of remorse here?
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh, dear.
He feels on the radio.
Hey, Grandma, did you just hear what your retarded grandson said on the radio?
That's terrible, Jason. You can't talk like that on the radio.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, now listen, Granny, you telling me he can't use the S word anymore.
Hey, I tell him that, but I'm not around him much.
Yeah. Oh, you're not around? Well, that's probably just as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
all right, Jason, are you going to do anything for your grandma after all this? I mean, you've won the prize.
Take her to NASCAR.
I don't think she's really up for the NASCAR. I have to take her out to dinner.
Pay her
Well,
back some money.
I believe you owe her some money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The rest-
Definitely over some money.
Rest of the 300.
Yeah, now, Granny, how much of the $300 for the fake abortion has he actually paid you back?
Probably about nothing.
Nothing.
About nothing.
Probably.
Approximately nothing.
You owe her some money there, Jason.
Probably about nothing.
What year did this happen, Jason?
Oh, come on, let's get over this.
What grade?
All right. Yes, that's fine. No problem at all. Yes, let's get over this. Absolutely.
Well, we're just looking out for you, Granny.
Okay, well, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, Granny.
Thank you.
Anything?
Pardon?
Do I win anything?
Well, we should give Granny something.
Yeah, hold on. Let me find something for you, Granny.
And you should pay her back right away, Jason.
Yeah.
I will.
He will as soon as he gets some money.
Really? When will that be?
Hmm?
I tell you what.
Yeah, Jason, when are you going to pay her back?
Soon.
Get some money.
I just got my stuff together, bud.
Good for you,
I just
Jason.
got my stuff together. But
How many years ago was this? Incidentally, just so we can do the research on this, Jason.
About 4.
About 4 years
About
ago.
4 years ago.
Been that long?
It's been
Yeah,
that long.
just fast.
All right, well, you owe her some money, Jason.
Jason, would
Yes,
you
ma'am.
rather?
At 10% interest compounded yearly, you owe her about $450.
$450, that's with the interest, Jason.
Jason, would you rather that we take $200 off your debt to your granny and give your granny $200 in cash, meaning you would only owe her $200 more, or would you rather that we give her no money but give you the NASCAR tickets?
Get Dave the NASCAR tickets.
What, Granny?
Give him the tickets.
Give him the tickets.
give him the
That's
tickets.
your granny.
That is
and
so
you're a
nice.
lucky man, Jason.
I know it.
Okay, baby.
All right, Mom. I'll talk to you later.
All
All
right.
right, bye, Granny.
All right, bye,
Bye-bye.
Granny. Let me tell you something, you retard. You are so lucky that she wasn't pregnant. I mean, what if that abortion hadn't worked out?
Right.
What if that child would have been born?
My God.
Can you imagine?
But now you're going
Not really.
now you're going to NASCAR, Jason.
That's the important thing.
Thank you, sir. You
I'll
guys
take
are
another
great.
peek in my pot.
What do you see, Granny? Yeah, are you looking, Granny?
Yeah, I see fish.
Hey, Cleet, will you entertain one more question?
Is your crap detector going on?
No, I just have a question about just what kind of person he is.
Jason?
I don't.
Hey, Jason?
Yes, sir.
I have one more question. Did you at any time really think she was pregnant, or was it a scam from the word go?
Oh, no, sir. She was. This is what the girl told me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get the girl drunk?
No, not at all. This was. She wasn't really my girlfriend.
Of course not.
It gets even
Apparently
better,
not.
doesn't it?
That's right.
It gets better and better.
Yeah, I hear that.
Are you still in touch with her?
Every once in a blue moon.
Yeah, when you get lonely.
Booty call.
Okay, Jason. Well, thank you, my friend. Enjoy your time at NASCAR.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for listening to the show.
Have a good one.
Hold on just a
I
moment.
took the butcher knife and held it up to her neck.
Yeah.
I said, if you want to live to see tomorrow, you better start frying them eggs a little bit better than what you're frying. I'm tired of eating sloppy, slimy eggs.
I'll take another peek in my pot.
What do you see, Granny? Yeah, are you looking, Granny?
Yeah, I see fish.
Fish.
Yeah.
That's the game.
I just got back on my feet, bud.
Buddy?
Here we go. Well, we're happy for ye.
They were nice.
So it's one thing to play one of those. You play one of those lying games and you have NASCAR involved, man.
I know.
Absolutely. That's getting all the good stuff off the bottom of the pot.
That's too good. We've not taken a phone scan today. Let's do that right now before we get to Buzz in the news. Phone number 877-365-3636. That's from anywhere in America.
Good heavens, no.
Right, I know. From Canada, 800-636-1067. And D.C. on WJFK FM 202-432-1067. All right. Live unscreened calls. We take them very quickly because we're very, very busy. Phone scan lines straight ahead.
Is the Don and Mike Show.
That's right. I'm coming to your corporate headquarters. My plane gets in at 2, and we'll settle this deodorant thing face to face like men. What's your last name again, Phil? All right. I'll see you in 5 hours, Mr. Lacio.
The Don and Mike Show. Featuring new dimensions of hatred. The Don and Mike Show.
Well, we try. Tomorrow will either be great or awkward or maybe bold. Jerry Katzenberg, DreamWorks guy. Movie guy. Yeah, movie guy. He'll be on the show right in the first break tomorrow. So, no time for talking about whatever we want to talk about. We'll come right out of the shoot with him tomorrow.
Movie guy talking about his TV show.
Plus tomorrow, Mr. Sharpie and a good chance for us to do one of those photos where we talk like Scott Shannon.
Well, that's fantastic. Of course, you talk like Scott Shannon. I talk like Granny.
Milburn Drysdale.
I'll take another peek in my pot.
What do you see, Granny? Yeah, are you looking, Granny?
Yeah, I see fish.
Right. That's tomorrow's show. Phone scan now 877-365-3636. As I mentioned, our Olympic basketball team sucks. They're losers.
Yeah, you won the bet.
The highlight of the Olympics for me had to be. Did you see the video
of the guy tackling the marathon runner?
Now here are, Mike, a bunch of pictures.
An Irish guy
that I printed out for you. Yeah,
a defrocked Irish priest.
This guy, Buzz, I don't know if you saw the video.
Yes.
There was a guy running a marathon.
Right.
The guy's leading the marathon for like 23 of 26 miles.
Nice outfit, too. Nice legs on the guy that tackled.
With this Irish guy in a dress.
Middle of the race.
Yeah, good security.
Right.
Runs out in the middle of the race and pushes the guy who's been leading for 23 miles, pushes him off the track.
He finished third. He was going to win the gold. He won the bronze. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, and his talk was he was happy just to win.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
That's amazing.
Are you kidding? And then they showed video of the same guy, the same Irish guy, doing this like at a like an IndyCar race in England, where he actually ran out onto the course while these guys are driving 150 miles an hour past him.
Yeah, he's not right.
He's not right.
I'm just going to go out on a limb there. He might have been drinking.
He's Irish.
Yeah, he might have been but he looks sober.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
Sober and crazy.
Hello. Hello, phone scan. Hello.
Me.
Yeah, hello, you're on the air.
Yes, I was calling because I was wondering something.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
What were you wondering?
Well, I'm Jason's girlfriend, and I was just wondering, what town is he from in Toronto?
I don't. What? You talking about the guy that won the contest?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think we're going to give the town out.
What do you mean? The guy, the granny contest?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Toronto.
Oh, Toronto.
Toronto. What?
What are you talking about?
What are you doing, honey?
And she ejects. Whatever it is, she's done.
God damn it, honey. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hey, that Irish guy was a defrocked priest, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Mike mentioned that.
I believe I just said that.
Great.
Sorry, fellows.
Great video, though, on that yesterday.
Some great video.
I was watching the very end of the telecast with that. They have that Tool Jim Lampley.
Yes.
And here's how they addressed this on NBC. Now, I'm thinking it's a terrorist act or it's like Munich. Because Jim Lampley says, and sadly, there was something that happened at the Olympics today. I don't want to give this a lot of publicity. This is not what the Olympics is about, but it affected the outcome. We're going to show you this troubling videotape. We'll just show it once. And I'm thinking, my God, what happened? I laughed out loud. It's a guy in a dress. A guy in a dress and a beret who just runs out of the crowd and pushes the... Now, listen, I feel for the guy who was running the marathon.
Yeah, I mean, because at that stage, the guy doesn't have any energy to fend him off.
Got pushed out of the way.
Oh, my God.
But that equals funny.
Just based on the guy's outfit alone.
Hello there, Don and Mike show. Hello.
Hey.
Hey, hi, you're on the air.
Oh, good. You guys, unfortunately, are like the highlight of my day. But this is directed to Buzz. Buzz,
yes, ma'am.
I need you to do the Sacramento dance. Go ahead.
Buzz doesn't do the Sacramento dance. Sadly, you wouldn't be able to see it, and I don't really do the Sacramento dance.
You have to do it. I want to know what it looks like. I mean, explain it to me. I hear you guys talk about it all the time.
Ma'am,
I'm a truck driver.
Excuse me, ma'am. What's your first name?
My name is TJ.
TJ, I must tell you, you're insulting two individuals who created the Sacramento dance. Buzz had nothing to do with that.
Nothing at all.
Nothing. We're jealous. Nothing at all.
Why not?
That's Mike and Rob's thing.
They do the dance.
Oh, okay. Well, I've only been listening for a month, and I only, heard of you guys.
Where are you calling from?
I'm in California, and I drive through Sacramento all the time. I'm a truck driver.
Ask Buzz to do his anaconda dance for you.
Oh, do it. Oh, that sounds sexy.
You know what Buzz can do for you? Buzz can talk sexy to you.
He can. I would love that.
Would you like him to talk sexy to you, TJ?
Yes, I would.
Buzz, why don't you talk sexy to TJ? Hey, baby.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me get some.
Hold on, now listen up, TJ. Don't talk. Listen. Am I speaking with TJ?
Yes, you are.
TJ the trucker?
I can't hear you.
TJ the trucker?
Yes, this is TJ the trucker.
TJ, you sound hot.
I am hot.
What are you wearing today in your truck?
You know, just some corduroy pants and no shirt. That's how I drive up and down California.
Corduroy's all about texture. Did she say corduroy pants and no shirt? Stevie Wonder's favorite color. Wow.
And I run minivans off the road.
I'll bet you do, baby.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you sound hot.
I'm guessing the celebrity you most resemble is Star Jones.
Oh, no. Yeah, right. They said I was like Star Jones. My co-driver is laughing. I'm nowhere near Star Jones.
You have a co-driver?
I do.
Male or female?
He's a male.
Uh-huh. Really? And so he sits next to you while you wear your corduroys and no shirt?
And no shirt, exactly.
Wow.
You guys know I'm joking. I wear a shirt. Buzz was just turning me on.
TJ, I didn't know you were joking.
And how are we to know you're not really TJ Hooker? If anybody remembers.
All the time. I hate that.
I'm sorry about that. You hear that all the time. I'm sorry for being funny.
Can you guys at least explain the Sacramento dance? What does it look like?
It's a thing of beauty. It's something that's well choreographed.
We can't explain it in the parameters of the new FCC-friendly show we do.
Okay.
And technically,
I totally understand.
Technically, TJ, you've amused us, so we really can't do it for you.
Yeah, so you...
We like you too much.
Oh, would you stop it, Buzz? All right, get out of here. Goodbye.
The Sacramento dance is a celebration of diversity.
Absolutely.
Don and Mike show. Hello.
Perversity.
Hello.
Mr. Wonderful, that's me. Mr. Wonderful, that's me.
Really? Mr. Wonderful on the phone.
Thanks, MW. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hi, Don and Mike. How are you anyway?
How are you anyway?
How are you anyway?
How are you anyway?
Excellent. A quick question for you.
Yeah.
Has the show gone to the gays?
Oh, why?
I have to ask.
Oh, why? Because we had the Ryan Seacrest guy, and now we're going to that homo wedding?
Not only that, but Buzz's shirt on Friday was particularly queer, I hear.
Now listen, Buzz's shirts are an entirely different matter than content on the show.
Can I ask you a question, sir?
Absolutely.
What would be so bad if it did go to the gays?
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, what do you want, this, Mike? Oh, excuse me. I didn't realize
Mike is on.
I didn't realize we were on.
Don.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mike.
Way to let it out of the closet.
That's the second comment I've made like that today. First my Mexican comment, now my gay comment.
What are you doing?
This caller should just relax and have a nice gay latte.
I love Mike's show.
Hello.
Hi, phone scan.
Hi, calling from Canada.
Right on. Must be from Toronto. How you doing?
Hey, yeah, that's exactly why I'm calling. I have the best groaner, and I do know I'm treading in dangerous waters. Groaner about...
No. Listen, no.
You brought up Scott Sheehan today. I mean, come on. Let me give it to you.
You got to give us your phone number.
All right.
We don't have the caller ID for Canada.
Oh, that could be trouble.
Yeah.
I'll give you my phone number.
Right. Hold on, Joe. I'll have to call you back. Hold on a second. We'll come back to you. Hello, Don and Mike show. Oh, we really need the caller ID for Canada, though.
Yeah.
Hello, Don and Mike show. They're really a trouble.
They haven't invented it yet.
Hello. Don. Yeah, Don and Mike. Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I love you guys, man.
Thanks.
You guys are you really make my life.
We love doing the show.
Yeah,
we love doing the show. We love coming to work. And I am not BSing you. You know how I know we're doing well? I mean, besides the fact that I always think we do well. We're doing great. We're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean this really not in a jive way. We're winning in the hallways.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I get the feeling from the people around the station that people are finally maybe figuring out what we're doing here.
Yes, and it's taken a while with this new crop.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, Don.
Yes,
a few months ago, you were talking about passing the stone, and that it hurt really, really bad.
Oh, a kidney stone? Yes.
And you were double streaming before it happened. I'm double streaming. Should I be worried?
Yeah, but yours isn't a kidney stone, sir.
I hope not.
Oh, no, you might
looks
want
a
to
little strange.
Double streaming can be a result of a myriad of health issues.
Yeah, shot in the dark. Have you ever had any body part pierced?
No.
Okay, so it's not that.
Also, I will tell you that, again, with the new FCC-friendly rules on this show, I've had other guys approach me about double streaming.
Right.
And a few of the... God, this show has gone to the gays. at least one guy that I had a conversation with who thought he had a kidney stone.
Right.
Turns out he would only double stream when he would wake up in the middle of the night to go to the men's room. And you know what happens to a lot of guys when they wake up in the middle of the night? Something that involuntary, involuntary happens to them.
Yeah, it's what it is.
And they go to the...
or it could be just simple, VD is for everybody.
It could be. Hello, Don and Mike show. But I had a lot of that double streaming.
That's usually triple streaming. Yeah.
Hello.
I know.
Don and Mike, hello.
Beautiful, really.
Oh, it's fantastic. It looks like the Mirage Hotel fountain.
It's glorious.
Properly lighted.
It's like that scene in Ocean's 11 at the very end.
You were there.
It's glorious.
With the same music playing.
Then give me an umbrella. Hello. Don and Mike, hello.
It's tough when you go into a ball game because you can't just stand in one urinal line.
Hello there.
Reconnected.
Right.
Hi there, you're on the air.
There's your golden nugget.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Don and Mike.
Hi there, buddy.
In honor of the Republican convention this week, you ought to take one of Bush's stump speeches and compare it with the others' Death Day tapes that you played before, and they'll sound exactly alike.
Listen, we're not doing a good enough show for you?
You're doing a great show.
Yeah, you know how we react to stuff like this. Pound sand.
How are you anyway?
Great.
Okay.
He didn't realize that was a rhetorical.
No, he didn't. No.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, now he's gone.
He left us.
You know who's going to be stumping in New York City? Dennis Murphy.
Hi. Okay, Don. Way to bring me into it.
Oh, here it is, right
I
here.
wonder if he'll meet any beautiful women up
Here he
there.
is.
I'm like a beautiful lady from Chicago.
He's met a lot of beautiful people.
Hi, Don and Mike show. Phone scan. Hello
What's
there.
up?
Hey, hi, you're on the air.
You guys need to go to that gay wedding? I got one movie for you.
Yeah.
Night at the Roxbury.
Right.
That's
God.
Tuxedos from Night at the Roxbury.
All right, now listen, Will Ferrell does have on a pretty funny, it's not a Dumb and Dumber outfit.
Yeah, but you're not going to defend Will Ferrell in Night at the Roxbury, are you? Please, no, don't smile. No!
He's smiling.
No, Night at the Roxbury sucks. I watched 16 seconds of that movie. What is love?
Didn't give it a chance.
Baby, don't hurt me.
Think of it like a driver's license. If Will Ferrell has any plus points, they're wiped out by Chris Kattan.
Yes.
But still,
No.
Will Ferrell equals funny. Hello, Don and Mike show.
No, we're going to go back to the traditional, really funny movie and wear the Dumb and Dumber tuxedos, which we've wanted to wear
For
for years.
Hello.
I could make some calls.
Hello?
Don and Mike, hello.
I was wondering if Don looked like Dustin Hoffman, like you referenced, on the haircut on the Ryan Seacrest guy. Wondering if he actually looked like Dustin Hoffman from Tootsie.
Very timely.
All right.
It's a comedian hour right now.
Thanks, Jerry.
How are you anyway?
Thanks, Jerry.
This scan starts out nice.
Do you ever talk to Kramer anymore?
He's
Jerry?
He ejected also.
Jerry, what about Julia Louise? I know it's Julia Louis, and I know his name really isn't Kramer.
He had ejected it also.
But how often does Jerry Seinfeld call the show?
Not often.
Hello, Don and Mike.
Don and Mike.
Hi.
How are you? Hey, when you were talking about Gene Hackman and John Travolta, I'm surprised you didn't mention the great movie that they were both in together.
Really?
Gene Hackman and John Travolta, no idea. What is it?
Oh, come on. Get Shorty.
Oh, my God.
Right.
Absolutely. Stop it right there. We have a winner.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
That was a fantastic movie.
We have a winner. Yes.
That's the perfect John Travolta, Gene Hackman movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was.
Big winner you are. What's your name?
Oh, my name's Randy. I'm from Baltimore.
Randy from Baltimore on Live 105.7. Here you go. The first season of HBO's The Ali G Show on Divid. This is a box set from HBO. It's funny as hell.
You know what? I took your advice and watched it in its entirety last night, and I laughed out loud for the entire one. He was, it was the very beginning where he was interviewing Sam Donaldson.
You see him with Boutros Ghali?
And no, he interviewed, God, who was the guy that, it was some, old CIA guy that he was interviewing.
It's so funny. Doesn't it make you just uncomfortable?
Oh, it's just, and he asked the questions, and it's just, I love it. Waterworld.
It's a lot of great stuff.
I thought it was just Ali G. I didn't know
he does a million.
He does these two wine taster guys.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
But this year on the show for the new season, I guess he's going to have to come up with all new stuff.
Yeah, also, he could probably do other characters.
Did you get Borat, the Russian guy?
Yes, Borat.
He's the funniest.
Borat, so funny. And really drinking. They're doing a wine tasting, and he's knocking him back, and he's not faking it. He's really
getting drunk.
I found out something about the Borat character is that since he started doing it 5 years ago, he's never laundered the suit. Borat actually smells.
Oh, that's great.
Listen, my friend, there you go. HBO's The Ali G Show on DVD. Thank you for listening and being the last caller.
All right, thanks, guys.
On the phone scan. Thank you. Now, we've still got this guy in Canada. Brian.
Hello.
Now, this would be our first ever out of the United States guy calling with a joke.
And it's not really a joke. He says it's a groaner.
A groaner.
So, I mean, a groaner to start with is not going to be laugh out loud. So he's taking an enormous chance.
Brian,
a great risk.
You realize that if we don't laugh at your groaner or at least indicate that it's groaner material,
Yes.
we will give out your Canadian telephone number.
Yes, sir. I realize it.
Now, I have a question about this, a rules question. Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
With the groaner, if we acknowledge it as a groaner, as a proper groaner,
then he wins.
But we don't have to laugh out loud, so it's a different category.
Correct. And by winning, we simply will not give out his phone number.
All right. Yes.
All right?
Okay.
Let it roll.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. What does a mother from Toronto sing as her national anthem?
What does a mother from Toronto sing as her national anthem?
Ho, Canada.
All right, you can call this guy.
International rates may apply.
Area code 905-701-7258.
Oh, that was the groaner of groaners.
Maybe in Canada, dude.
Oh, come on. All the talk of Toronto today and Michael Scott Shannon.
No, it's been Toronto for a long time. So you're going to have...
the anthem is Whole Canada.
I even asked my fellow Canadians to call this guy.
Oh, please.
If you live in Canada, even if it's not a toll-free call, call 905-701-7258 to call this guy Brian.
And I know that you guys like me, you don't care for the word hoe. It's demeaning to women.
It is. We're not about that here.
Disrespectful, really.
What's Toronto?
Right, okay.
Keep trying.
Thanks a lot, guys.
He keeps... Okay.
That's Rob Spivak, otherwise known as Mr. Misogynist.
Bye.
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 Just call me Saj.
Hey, Saj. Seven Saj. I hate to dispense that kind of punishment. Well, punishment's not really the right word. Justice. Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
That kind of justice internationally, but now with this show growing like athlete's foot.
Yeah, you just presided over an international tribunal.
Yeah. That's what we're going to have to do. And listen to this. They tell me that in the Houston station, which we start the whole 4 hours, I think September 20 whatever.
Okay.
They said even though it's like real low power, it gets beamed right at Mexico.
Does it really?
Could there be a chance? Not only would we, they were inquiring as to whether we could get a special number for Mexico, like we do for Canada. We have to do that whether it gets in there or not. I know.
In Mexico, call.
Yeah. How great is that?
Cool.
Pedro says.
Muy bueno.
Anyway, buzz time.
Yeah.
Buzz. Here we go. Buzz.
In a world where owning a radio was strictly forbidden, one man found a way to bring good news to his people. He made it up.
As a matter of fact, now I'm looking at my notes. It wasn't only the station in Houston; it was the station in Brownsville, Texas, as well.
Now we have to.
And then I think the idea got thrown around the network, and they're like all these big Hispanic cities that we broadcast to with a very high Hispanic population.
Right.
Wondering if we would have just a special number for...
Like Fairfax.
Yeah.
Very good. Right. I think it'll be a good thing.
Right. Right. 1-800-Riding Lawnmower.
Right.
Buzz?
Yes.
1-800-Hubcap. What's your lead story today?
Today, you know that war on terror thing?
Yeah.
The president says we cannot win it.
Oh, you know what? I saw the clip of him with this on the news today.
Oh, more about that.
Okay, very good, Buzz.
Stay tuned for news and comment coming up on the Don and Mike Show.
That was very professional.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
What's the word from Planet Crackpot?
The Don and Mike Show. Tough guys, Don Geronimo and Michael Miller.
Time for Buzz's news and comment now. Brought to you by Viramax.
Someone call for a doctor?
Yeah.
Stay cool. Stay cool.
Not a lawyer.
Stay cool. Stay cool.
The machine is stuck. Viramax, the world's #1 sexual profession. And why the hell would our agent have anything to do with a sexual pill?
Yes, I've been asking that question myself.
Stay cool. Stay cool.
Viramax, the world's #1 sexual pleasure and performance enhancer. #1 because it really works. Doctor developed. Call 1-888-TRY-VMAX. There you go. And
stay cool. Stay cool.
Still him. Hold on a second. And there you go. Okay, now I'm ready.
Did somebody call for a doctor?
Yes.
Larry, you haven't brought out your toy all day.
I was trying to find out. See, I'm talking to you and trying to read a copy and trying to get the computer going here.
Yeah. Right. And here's Larry.
Who are you?
I'm Larry of the Corner.
What have you been thinking about all weekend?
Oh, boy.
And where are you right now?
I'm lying in bed.
Okay.
Wow.
I got you.
Because it's an area of my life I haven't done well with.
The bed?
What? With women? You haven't done well with women?
Yes.
Okay. Yes or no? You do good with women?
Nope.
No.
No, you don't.
You do good with men?
Yes.
What do you think about when you're in bed?
I would rather do Saddam Hussein, but who would?
Wow.
I want to see it all.
It's revealing.
Oh, boy.
Wow. Hi, Buzz.
Hi, Don and Mike.
Hi there.
The president who declared war on terrorism now says it's a war we cannot win. Now he says he doesn't think it's a war that can be won by anyone. On the Today Show this morning, Mr. Bush said, and I quote, "I don't think you can win it."
Unbelievable.
He went on to say he does think we... excuse me.
Oh, Buzz.
He went on to say...
Good luck.
He went on to say that he does think we can make terror less acceptable in parts of the world. He also said it's a war we have to keep fighting to stop. He said, and I quote, "would be a disaster for your children."
The only thing I worry about is dying.
Of course. We must fight terror, Terror.
Oh, and today, I don't know in how many newspapers that we broadcast with our regional coast-to-coast show.
Right.
At least here in D.C. in the Washington Post. I couldn't help it. Do you still have your copy of the style section over there, Mike?
I certainly do, though.
If you had passed it about the convention, there was an ad that made me spit out my coffee this morning.
Really?
My child bride would tell you this. We were sitting having our coffee, reading the paper, and here it is. Okay. Fox News Channel. Big half-page ad. The votes are in.
Oh, same one in USA Today.
#1, Fox News Channel beat CNN for the Democratic Convention coverage. America trusted Fox. Now, if I'm working at Fox News Channel, that's where I end the ad.
Yeah, you don't give the details.
Because here's what they write.
Okay.
It's got the big logo. I didn't know it was in USA Today as well. Fox News, Democratic National Convention ratings, 0.9.
Wow.
That's like...
And they're proud of that.
And CNN, who they're kicking ass with,
Yeah.
0.7.
Well, there's your clear leader.
That's like Mr. Blutarski's grades. And they're bragging about it.
That's like G. Gordon Liddy calling somebody up.
Right.
The ratings thing is crazy. Why would you... the votes are in.
We have 0.9.
CNN has 0.7. I got news for you. Dora the Explorer on Nicktoons gets like a 5.5.
Exactly.
I'm guessing that we're going to see a similar ad tomorrow that more people during the convention watch Turner Classic Movies.
Right. And then there's then also for some reason this putz for the Post. This guy Howard Kurtz.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Who wouldn't know media if it came up and bit him in his CNN loving ass. Does a story on Laura Ingraham, who is gone off to oblivion, doing a conservative radio show. Of course, she gets like 2 pages here.
Of course.
And what I love is this part. Now, it says she's on some stations. She's on a station in New York and San Francisco and Washington. Her station here is WTNT, which is a radio station that doesn't show up in the ratings.
Right.
However, he writes, Being one of the few nationally syndicated women in a male-dominated medium is irrelevant to her success. Her spring ratings were up from the previous winter by 143% in Washington.
Oh, that's the technique they use.
By 114% in Los Angeles and by 325% in San Diego.
Must be wildly popular.
Well, you know what, Howard, Mr. Kurtz? Being as we now have access to the Infinity Arbitron ratings thing, I was able to look up the spring ratings for Laura Ingraham.
How's she doing?
And yes, it is a 143% increase.
Impressive.
From a 0.1 to a 0.25.
Look out.
So she has gone from 1/100th of a percent to 2.3/100ths of a percent.
That is an incredible game.
Watch it snowball.
Anyway, here's my point on that. That with the rating spin is as dumb as Fox, except Fox is so dumb.
They printed the number.
Why not just put an ad saying, we're number one, we beat CNN.
The votes are in. No one's watching either one of us.
A 0.9.
Wow, be proud.
Jesus Christ. Granny?
Yeah, I see fish.
Doggy, what kind of...
Hey, Jed like that.
Yeah, I see fish.
Fish? Doggy, what kind of fish?
Well, we'll find out next time.
What kind of fish?
Has it been 35 years already since Al Gore invented the Internet? I'm kidding, of course. Gore didn't invent the Internet, and despite what you may have heard, never claimed to have invented it.
Did too.
Yes, he did.
He did, as a senator, push for the development of the World Wide Web that turns 35 years old today.
Oh, and listen, I want to tell you, coming, I would say, what is today, August 30th,
Yes,
right?
yes, it is.
I would say within 30 days. DonandMikeWebsite.com.
DonandMikeWebsite.com.
I'm not kidding about that. Go there now. It'll say under construction.
That's all right.
We're not screwing around this time.
Not kidding.
Thank you, Al Gore, for inventing the Internet.
Thank you.
And I love it when any website says under construction, and these little bitty guys in there. Jackhammers.
Little tiny guys.
Jackhammers, saws.
Little guys from Midgetville.
It's under construction.
So the 35-year-old Internet started with computer scientists at UCLA hooking two big computers together with a gray 15-foot cable.
What? Who said it?
I didn't say it.
Sledge and Jack.
Oh,
Who did? Mike or Buzz?
Mike, we did about under construction.
Mike did. With the construction guys on
Can
the
I see
website.
it?
No. Can't.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
See what?
I want to see the tape.
Oh, the tape. Oh, there you go.
Click, click, click.
There.
Can I play with it?
No. Because I know what you're going to do to it.
Nope.
You're going to make no good things happen.
You're going to break it, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Come on. Forget it.
Larry, I want to break it.
Nope.
Come on, Larry.
Nope.
Larry.
No contest. So the Internet started with a 15-foot cable, and the scientists started looking for ways for the computers to share information. They found a way. Scientists say the Internet is still a work in progress as they look for methods to make it faster and more secure from hackers and viruses and spam. Internet 2, which they're working on now, is said to be 100 times faster than the broadband connection you may already have at home.
Internet 2, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's like ESPN 2.
Yeah.
And PlayStation 2.
Or new Coke.
Only faster.
Oh, so you guys don't like the idea of Internet 2?
No, I don't. We've not even discussed it, have we? What's our policy on that, Rob?
I'm against it.
He's against it.
I'm against it, too.
He compares
Because it's new.
New
Yeah,
Coke.
this is the first I've heard.
Does it fall under the umbrella of change?
To be honest with you, I'm just going with whatever Rob says here.
Okay.
What are we even talking about?
The Internet.
We're talking about Internet 2.
Larry, where do you normally use the Internet?
I'm lying in bed.
Thought so.
What are you trying to find?
Oh, boy.
Just as it helped the development of the... He's amused. Just as the Internet helped the development of the printing press and film photography and video, pornography, for better or worse, has pushed the development of the Internet.
No contest.
And now pornography is becoming a crime-fighting tool.
Yep.
They were shooting a new adult movie in Oslo, Norway, last night. The crew, shooting in the apartment of one of the performers, heard a commotion in the street. They ran to the balcony and started shooting video as the armored car robbers below engaged in a shootout with police who've been called by neighbors who also heard the racket.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Police have now seized the video as valuable evidence in the robbery case.
That's video.
Never would have had it if it weren't for the pornsters.
Video.
Sometimes, however, porn leads us in the wrong direction. In Schenectady, New York, a man will spend 3 weekends in jail for driving while under the influence of porn. The cop who pulled up behind the Mercedes, driven by 35-year-old Andrew Gainey, says he could see the porn from his squad car.
Now, this is not the same story as a while ago.
No, it's happened before, but it's happening more and more, and now it's happened again in Schenectady. At a stoplight, the cop said he could see the movie on screens on every headrest in the vehicle and on the passenger sun visor.
Headrest.
Displaying porn publicly is a misdemeanor in Schenectady, so Andre's spending some weekends in jail.
I couldn't drive and have porn on at the same time. There's just no way.
I could, but I could as long as I couldn't be seeing it. You know what I mean? I could have it on.
Oh, I could have it on.
Right.
But, I mean, if I could see it, yeah, I mean, right? I mean, if you had a screen anywhere where the eye would travel.
Yeah, impossible.
So it would depend on whether it was an automatic or standard.
Insta-rec.
There are...
You know what porno I want to see?
What?
Really?
What?
Somebody make this.
Yeah, I see fish.
You don't think it's out there already?
Yeah, I see fish.
Oh, you're probably right.
There are other hazards on our roads, and alongside them, in Delaware, look out for the grenades. In Delaware, they used crushed clam shells instead of gravel along the shoulders of roads. Turns out there are unexploded hand grenades in the shells. The Army Corps of Engineers Baltimore district is advising people who find the explosives to call 911 and, above all, don't touch them. One man's collected 32 of the live grenades so far. One county says it's found 100.
Hello, this is Marty Bass. Why do they have these unexploded grenades in the shells?
The grenades were dumped in the Atlantic after World War II, about 5 miles offshore. What goes around comes around, and sometimes it goes boom.
I have a driveway made of oyster shells, and, one of these days my neighbor's going to come up the street and kaboom.
Quoting a witness in Louisville, Kentucky, it grabbed him by the throat, pulled him down, and was crushing him to death, bleeding everywhere, end quote.
I want to see it all.
She's talking about a 14-year-old boy trapped beneath a ride at the Kentucky State Fair Saturday morning.
Oh, boy.
He'd bent down to pick something up from beneath one of the cars, and the car lowered to the ground, crushing him. He's in stable condition now.
You were not born. You were made in a toy factory.
The ride, the very German-sounding Führerball, is closed.
Hey, Rob, you must like that ride.
What's it called?
The Führerball.
Führerball.
Very close to that dance you used to always want to be invited to.
The
Führerball.
Well,
Hi, welcome to the Führerball.
The Führerball.
That German-sounding ride is closed while the investigation's on.
I mean, you know how stations like Z100 always have the jingle ball?
Sure.
This year, Rob Spielberg brings you Führerball.
Hi, I'm Rob Spiewak, inviting you to the Führerball. Come to the Führerball. Brown Tie suggested.
The people in line, shocked at what they were seeing, mobbed the ride attendants, angrily charging the carnies. There had been another accident on the same ride Friday night.
Yeah, you ever see those rides, though, at the carnivals?
Yeah.
One guy told me one time, I think I was talking to a carny when I took my kids to the carnival, he said, we get checked out more than the regular amusement park.
That's true.
And you're looking like everything looks like it's been, dipped in corrosive.
I don't believe them, especially when you get like an old school tilt-a-whirl that has been out since I was a kid.
My kids insisted on going on that ride that is, maybe it is, no, it's not the tilt-a-whirl. It's the one where they're basically just swings.
The swings.
That are attached, and they go really fast, and they wanted to go, and
those
I
things
let them go.
where it sends them outward.
Oh, and it was at a carnival, and they wanted to go real bad, and but I just pictured that thing going airborne.
It's not the machinery I question. It's always the operator.
Right.
Operator error.
How many do you see when they have skin that looks like Slim Jim?
And it's dirt. And they take them apart, and they move to the next town and put them together, and take them apart and move to the next town and put them... What could go wrong? And you have to be this tan to ride this ride in Scotland, where the people are fair-skinned and don't get a lot of sun.
Yeah.
2 teenaged boys went to an automated tanning salon, meaning no attendant. They each climbed into a tanning bed and stayed there with it on for at least 24 minutes. First exposure. For some parts of their body, first exposure ever. The 11 and 13-year-olds are now being treated at a hospital for severe burns.
You know what that is?
What?
White man justice.
Wow. The signs explain the risk at the tanning salon, and under Scottish law, the owner of the tanning beds cannot be held
Look
responsible.
at you. You look like a lobster. It's third-degree burns on your belly.
Yeah, I see fish.
Oh, that's granny.
Remember the story about the Dave Matthews Band tour bus and the people who got stuff spilled on them below?
Oh, yeah, like bad number 2 stuff.
Yeah, interesting update for that story when we come back.
You and the schedule. You know where we are. We'll be right back, everybody.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Gosh, I hate to interrupt. It's all been so incredibly fascinating and entertaining and instructive. Really, the time has just flown by.
Hi, this is Wolfram Jurek from Germany.
Hold on.
Never forget
I know.
the Don and Mike Show.
I pressed 47.
Stuff got moved around.
Hi, this is Wolfram.
He belongs to number 1, right?
Wolfram belongs at position number 1 on that computer.
We'll put him up there.
I think it was a trap.
We don't want that.
Hold on, what was that? Oh, that's our local jingle. Where's the short one? Right here.
It's not there.
Oh, it's not there?
Is something broke?
We lost the Don and Mike Show the jingle thing.
That's not good.
What happened?
Well, we don't know. Don Mike Show.
That might be it.
Don and Mike Show. Got it. Where was it?
It was lost in the ether. Does it go 47?
47.
And it's there again.
Position 47 and...
The Don and Mike Show.
There it is. Now, hold on.
Race fan.
That just wasn't tight.
Hot rodders.
Let's try that again.
The Don and Mike Show.
Yep.
Long version, I do believe.
They share common interests.
Yeah.
Don and Mike.
Right.
Boys are back.
Hi, Buzz.
Hi, Don and Mike.
Howdy.
And here's your Dave Matthews Band update as promised.
Okay.
When we last left the musicians, they were being sued for $11,000 by the state of Illinois. State's pretty sure the band dumped sewage from their tour bus onto some tourists on a boat under a bridge. Chicago police say they have surveillance video. The Dave Matthews Band is pretty sure it didn't do this. And the band has now offered to take DNA tests to prove that it wasn't their sewage. if anyone saved any of it.
But there's special kinds of DNA tests.
Oh, now who wants that job?
That's right.
Man.
It actually, but it's a unique DNA test. It involves tongue depressors and foil.
Really? You know, we went through some of it already in the labs.
Yeah.
What did we come up with?
Yeah, I see fish.
Well, they're healthy.
Yes. They try to eat well.
Lots of fish sticks.
Now, when a dog eats a catfish, that's not news. But when a catfish eats a dog, now we've got a headline. It's the only explanation for the disappearance of a little wiener dog near a lake along a border between Germany and Poland.
Oh, of course.
Word is the catfish there. You're listening to it now. Because word is that the catfish there grow to be as long as 13 feet.
Look at that catfish.
The suspect in this case is a mere 4.5 feet long. Normally they eat plants and animals along lake and riverbeds.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, I'm not.
Larry, the catfish ate my hunt. Was ist mein Hund?
You know, I often ponder this. What is too much?
Mein Hund? Forgive me.
Now the giant killer catfish are eating the other fish in the lake and your little dog, too.
I like the climate. I like the people. I like the entertainment world.
What are you talking about, Larry? Wo ist mein teeny Hund? Mein Wiener Hund.
I'm curious.
Meanwhile, back in the States, in one of Minnesota's 10,000 lakes, the fish are really biting. An 11-year-old boy looking for frogs near Duluth, that's right, a boy, was attacked by a northern pike last Thursday evening.
You were not born, you were made in a toy factory.
This was no boating accident. He needed at least 11 stitches on his hands and feet. The hospital reports 10 cuts on one hand and another 20 cuts on one foot. No word on the size of the fish nor whether any dogs are missing.
Wo ist my boy? Our best to a little kid and her boy.
I hope it doesn't come spilling out on the dock.
Kiss frontman Gene Simmons says he's thinking about letting the Fab Five have their way with him. He says on his website he's scheduled to tape a Queer Eye for the Straight Guy episode in late September.
You know, we've really got to put Gene Simmons and Kiss on our list of horrors when we talk about the world's biggest. I mean, it used to be Ed McMahon was the world's biggest horror.
I think whenever they came out with a casket, that's when they
put him over the top.
They went into the stratosphere.
Then they went too far. Gene Simmons says he's a fan of the show Queer Eye, but he says he has not decided yet if he'll help the boys make over someone else or if he will be the subject of the makeover.
Isn't he like omnisexual too, Gene Simmons?
Probably. Well, I know it. He's got that tongue. Bring that tongue to that wedding we're going to.
Yes, speaking of catfish.
Another watershed moment in them being whores is when they got tired of wearing the makeup, they hired a Kiss tribute band to open for them.
Right, exactly. So they give the people the satisfaction.
Right, and sell more tickets.
Resistance was not futile. Doctors have beaten back the heart trouble that was threatening Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Actor Patrick Stewart had the angioplasty last week to widen an artry.
I care, Mike. Don't look at me on that tone of voice. I care.
I really looked at Don for a reaction on that.
Yeah.
I remember the days.
Angioplasty, they do.
He's the best. Are you kidding me?
He was the best captain ever.
Engage. Make it so. Yes.
That was your guy.
Yes.
Class.
Yes, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They do the angioplasty by putting a balloon-type device inside the artery and stretching the opening by inflating the balloon. The 64-year-old actor is fine. Doctors noticed the anomaly when he stopped in a week ago today for an annual checkup.
Rob, why are we playing this?
Angioplasty.
Okay, let me explain what he's just put in the machine. And it's my fault for just looking at him, and he gives me a thumbs up like, okay, play it.
Right.
For the three people in the audience who understand this, and it's bad even for them, there was a TV show in the 1970s starring fat Donna Pescow called Angie.
And this is the theme to it?
This is the theme to Angie, even though she never sings, I'm Angie. And you gave me the tap on the shoulder to play it because
it's funny. It's angioplasty.
Angioplasty. Stick to the Nazis.
I can't apologize for how
Stick to the Nazis, Robbie.
Now I work.
In sports, you've heard that ABC is thinking about dropping Monday Night Football after 34 years because it doesn't get the ratings it used to. Everybody Loves Raymond didn't become a hit because everybody loves football. The Monday night game also loses money, about $150 million a year now, and yet it's still one of the most watched shows on a network nobody watches, so can ABC afford to give it up, and will they?
No, they shouldn't.
Quoting one advertising executive, ABC is between a rock and a hard place.
You know what they need, though, really?
What?
Is a new theme.
Oh, that's nice.
You're looking live at Giant Stadium in the Meadowlands. This is ABC's Monday Night Football.
Oh, that's nice.
That's why you're the DJ. I should have been tighter on that. I'm surprised I didn't have it committed to memory.
You like that, Larry?
Nope.
Me either. How about Rob put that in the machine?
You gotta be kidding me.
I know. I trust him, though.
In Chicago, a Cubs relief...
Do you trust him?
Probably yes.
Hey, that's good, Larry. A vote of confidence from Larry.
A Cubs relief pitcher took out his frustrations on a fan, and the fan bit back. Kyle Farnsworth is out for at least 3 weeks with a knee injury. It happened after he gave up 6 in the 9th to Houston. The crowd was booing him. Farnsworth threw his glove into the stands, perhaps to someone having a better day. And then he kicked a fan. A big electric fan, which was there, ironically, to cool off the players.
Oh, God.
Finally...
See, you had me thinking you actually, beat up, Joe Sixpack.
See what I did there?
You were clever there.
Finally, one of my favorite kinds of stories. It's the story of a frustrated idiot driven mad by a small thing, prompting him to do something very crazy.
Don't you remember?
For this guy, it was that damned mosquito, a biting, blood-sucking, disease-carrying mosquito. It tortured Tatsuo Onishi while his parents were out of the house, so he sprayed the place with bug killer. Lots of it. Lots and lots of it. Then he stepped outside for a
Kill
smoke.
all bugs good.
Yeah, spray just fumigated the place and then stepped outside for a smoke. The flame from his cigarette lighter followed the trail of bug killer fumes back into the house and torched the place.
Now, you make this up, Buzz?
No, I didn't. It's true.
Because this is like something from a Jerry Bruckheimer movie where, like, they light a match and then it goes all the way.
We will have to sleep at your auntie's house, okay?
The good news?
What?
No mosquito. I'm Buzz Burbank on the Don and Mike Show.
Hey, no. Oh, yes, Mike. Okay. We must go now. It is time to read. We will be back tomorrow with the all-new episode. Let's see. Thank you to James and Erwin, the guys that are getting married, the two gay guys.
Yes, James and Erwin, who are getting married on the having a party on the 11th. Right.
Yeah. That's their wedding day.
Yeah, it's celebrating their wedding.
With the Bush girls. Thank you to them. Tomorrow on the show, Jeffrey Katzenberg, yes. Mr. Sharpie, and some guy, something to do with Iran. Oh, and also you're going to hear this a lot on the show tomorrow.
Yeah, I see fish.
And more.
That's it. We got to go. We'll see you then with a new episode. Good day to you, sir.
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 And you.
Send down a couple bucks.
Okay, Angie. Angie.
Great show.
You know what Angie smelled like?
Yeah, I see fish.
Right. That's it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Mine for the diamonds.
Till we meet again, Sammy Davis Jr. saying, be kind, be nice, and I hope the next performer has the pleasure of having as nice an audience as you've been tonight. And let me leave you swinging.
The John and Mike Show. WJFK.
Too busy to meet new friends? The WJFK Dateline can change your life. Log on to WJFK.matchlink.com.